There we go. All right, we'll test this in just a second. Picking up from where we left off at the other day for POE 2. Here we go. There we go. Sound check is complete. Sound sounds good. Let's go tell everybody over on Discord. Everybody, streaming for the afternoon. Progressing a witch through Act 1 and maybe into later acts, depending on how terrible I do. See you in chat for the stream. Alright, there we go. Bada boom! We tagged everybody. Oh man, I should have gotten beverages and drinks and all sorts of things. Should have done that beforehand, but I didn't, and that's okay. That's all right. Welcome, Itachi. It's good to see you. All right, so we are in Act 1 on a... Let's pretend like we're on YouTube. Let's pretend like this is an actual live stream, right? Hello, YouTube. It is I, G3 Iron, your balding bearded buddy back. Is my camera in the right spot, by the way? I don't think it is. There we go. Now is it in the right spot? Am I covering up stuff? This is what happens when I go from recording and editing for other stuff other than POE, and then I come back to POE. Whew! What's up, Jasonator? Nice to see you. I used to watch you in POE 1 like 8 years ago, then I gave up on POE 1 for last epoch. When it was added to early access. Oh, there you go. The vibes today are good, Jasonator. The vibes are very good. We're getting to play some games, and when you get to play games, that's a good day. So those are the vibes. Okay, so yeah, we're pretending like this is a YouTube video. That's okay. So let's all right, focus, bald one. All right. Hello, and what is up, YouTube? It is I, your balding bearded buddy, G3 Iron back. And last time in our last play session, I need to start over. I have to start over again. Hello, and what is up, YouTube? It is. Do you guys realize how many attempts it takes me to just get out the intro phrase to any of the videos? Any of the videos that you've ever watched me make. Pick a number and then double it. That's the number of attempts that it takes for me to get through. Even just like the opening intro. Hello, and what is up, YouTube? It is I, G3 Iron, your balding bearded buddy, back to talk once again about some Path of Exile, and we are on Path of Exile 2 today. That is what we are playing, because in our last play session, that was my first play session of the game, we picked a witch, and I am playing on controller today. For those of you who wonder why things look funny on display and UI, it's because I'm playing on controller. I'm really trying to play the whole playthrough on controller. One of the things that I got most excited about with Path of Exile 2 was the announcement that you could play the game seamlessly from controller to keyboard. And it's not seamless at the moment. Like, it requires you to log in, log out. And so that has been a thing. But anyway, we've been playing this witch character, and during my first attempt, we learned about dodge roll, and we learned about sprint. We learned that your character can just sprint and run around. We learned that, which is good stuff. We learned that gem levels are the meta in this game. That is what we learned. And so we have pretty much gone for things that give us gem levels now. I tried to do a minion-based build because I am typically a summoner player. That's typically what I like. I like to have PvE going on, partially because PvE is auto-targeting, and it means that my lack of skill, my deficiencies in aiming things, and being able to click well are made up for by the computer just auto-targeting things for me. However, we soon found out that like default attacks and basic attacks can actually outperform minions early on. And on top of that, minions early on, the best skill that I seemingly have is this skill here, which is Unearth. It takes corpses that are highlighted green when you use Unearth, and it makes these wonderful little scorpions, which are great, and I like it when they're up and there's a whole horde of them. And so I had spec'd my whole tree into a, where is it? Passive tree. I had spec'd everything up like up through this way, getting just like a bunch of minion damage and minion stuff and more minion stuff. And then I was like, wait, I feel like this isn't doing that much damage, and I have to resummon my Unearth guys because they have a temporary duration on the skills. By the way, those of you who have known me for a long time and are watching, you know that I would typically go in and have all sorts of levels of research done to play the character. For PoE 2, I'm trying to give it a fair shake unto the game that it is itself. After many years of being a hater and a skeptic, and so I'm just trying to go in and learn things from a new player's perspective without using a whole bunch of additional resources outside of the game. And so I'm not going in with a POB. I'm not going in with really knowledge of what's strong. The only times that I've looked at PoE Ninja was just to compare the number of players in PoE 2 versus PoE 1. That was just briefly to look at the meta. I'll do more discussions and stuff on meta and differences between PoE 1 and PoE 2 for our weekly podcasts that we do now around Rayclast. I'll do that later on. That'll come out on Monday, where we talk about popularity level between PoE 1 and PoE 2. But for now, I wanted to go in almost blind. Almost blind. Okay, as blind as I could go in as a new player. I wanted to see what that experience was like. And so, being a summoner player, I wanted to go in and play. So we've got this level 5 Unearth skill, which is like, it's good, but it's worse SRS because it needs a corpse in order to actually make the minion, in order to actually do anything. So then I'm looking at the passive tree as I was streaming the other day, and I'm like, oh, there's chance to shock over here. And I also had Spark as a gem, and so I'm like, oh, what if I could be Palpatine? Yes, do it. Do it! So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be Palpatine. I'm going to go for all this chance to shock. And I'm like, all right, 15% increased chance to shock, 30% increased chance to shock. That feels like a lot of chance to shock right there. And that's relatively close, relatively quick. So I go in and I grab Spark. And then we eventually get to pretty much the end of the stream the other day and get to the King of the Mists, which is like, where is he on the quest chart? He's here. Hunting Grounds, I think. The Crowbell, Dryatic Ritual Altar. Yeah, right here in the Hunting Grounds. So, level 10. We got to level 10. Not very far, right, in terms of the game. And, like, I was pretty much hard stuck at that boss. Like, Chad had to help me. Lots of people were like, here's an idea. Here's what you can do. You need to roll your flask. You need to upgrade some things. So, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a go. So, we changed our build because we found this staff in a shop that gives +2 to level of all spell skills. And somebody in chat, I forget who it is, so feel free to claim the rewards yourself if it was you in chat. Somebody said, auto attacks are actually endgame viable in PoE 2, like as an endgame build. I'm like, really? Okay, well let's try this whole fire thing. So I have chance to shock, like a bunch of chance to shock, and I think I'm igniting things. Right? Like I see on the monster's health bar that there's clearly like an ignition something, an ignite of something. But I've kind of built around Spark, and you can see when things are getting shocked there, which is kind of cool for clear. But it just, as it should be in any PoE game or any action RPG, there is an optimal way to play. And as a new player, I am totally not playing the optimal way at the moment, just going in and messing around and poking around. Probably, which is probably not even something that I should be playing, right? I should probably be playing some other class. Somebody said the other day that Deadeye was like the dominant class that people play, which is fun. I'm looking forward to looking at the stats more in depth about what people actually play, and then comparing it with PoE 1 and comparing it with PoE 1 development as well. Okay, is that a sufficient intro video? I feel like that's a sufficient intro to the stream here today that we're going to talk about for PoE 1 to PoE 2. I definitely feel like the game, by the way, overall, for those of you who are wondering what my initial impressions were, I did release a short the other day. Just 45 seconds, like 5 differences or 5 initial thoughts about the game. See, I feel like these Scorpion guys, these constructs are okay. Like, if I could just have them up permanently, that I would go into that build just for the ease of gameplay, but their duration tag is too low. They run out between packs. See that? Like, now I'm down to 2 of them. And packs aren't always big enough to get, like, a maximum amount of size. Like, there's just one guy there. So if I summon the Skelly, then not the Skelly, the, what do you call it, Scorpy. The Scorpy guy. One of the things that I really liked about Path of Exile 2 on initial impression were these checkpoints. Because maps are so big in this game. Legit, everybody. I was shocked. Oh, this is good. I gotta fight a boss already. I gotta fight a boss while I'm talking to y'all. Oh, that's not good. Did he just chop off that dude's head? Oh, he did. Okay. I gotta move. I'm gonna try dropping ball lightning, and maybe we'll get some shock on this guy, some shock value. I do like the emphasis, the clear emphasis on boss fighting. I mean, that's from the very get-go. The very first encounter that you have with the POE 2 equivalent of Hillock. Like, the game feels like you're playing a game that is built around bossing and learning timing and learning skills and paying attention to when those skills are being used and that sort of thing. But for all the difference that makes the game feel, like from the get-go, it's still a POE game, right? It's still POE, so there still should be some way to, like, gear check some of this stuff, right? I hope. I hope, sincerely, as a bad player. Hopefully I can gear check some stuff. Oh, he's gonna slam? He's waiting? No, he's slamming. So yeah, what else were we talking about? Builds are interesting. Differences between the game of POE 1 and POE 2 are interesting. The art is really good. I don't feel like it's proper to say POE 2 has better graphics. I feel like it's much better to say POE 2 has better art. That's not a slight on the artists from POE 1, by the way. That's just the development over time of what they can include. Like, everything is really gray and dark in this whole arena. It's all like browns and grays and greens. A little bit of reds. But it doesn't feel that way. Oh, is he stunned? Here we go. Let's hit him a whole bunch. Oh, watch out for his big delayed slam. Give me more scorpions. There are a lot of guys that get summoned here. See, here, the Unearthed guys actually feel kind of viable because he summons so many dudes. But in other boss encounters, they have not felt viable at all. I can't even pay attention to what skills he's doing because there's so many other guys. I need to pay attention to what he's doing, though, otherwise I'm going to lose this fight. I do not like or appreciate that, by the way, when you lose a fight, you just have to redo the whole fight. Like, that stinks, IMO. That really stinks. Alright, we finally killed that guy. I think it stinks. Some players are going to really love that and appreciate that. I think that's really far too punishing. To be like, yep, health regens and like the whole zone basically resets if you die and you have to refight stuff that you've already fought. It's like, oh man, that's really intense. That's really rough. Okay, now I was using the Skeletal Warriors earlier because they had like free stuff. I had like a certain number of free Skeletal Warriors, but they basically did not do enough damage to make them viable. And compared to just like walking up to stuff and using my basic fireball attack. Alright, let's let go of this prisoner. Who's this? Is this the Scion? Did we unlock a new character? Lettuce. Lettuce. This is a character named Lettuce. What about losing a fight and then losing your whole map? Yeah? Is that what it used to be, Jason? Oh, man. Doozy, am I a traitor for playing POE 2 at all? Like, is that the metric? Just if you play POE 2 at all, you are a traitor? If that's the case, then I'm a traitor, right? I'm giving the game a shot. But now I will legitimately, if I have gripes with the game, which, by the way, you just heard me griping a little bit about boss fights. I feel like over the years, as I have complained and pointed things out about things that were promised for POE 2 and things that have not come into POE 2 even without playing the game, and things that were promised for POE 1 that have not yet come into the game, I feel like people over the years have had a very valid point on the channel, dropping comments and being like, hey, Iron, and even longtime Patreon supporters, and that Just because you're a Patreon supporter doesn't mean you have a more valid point. But I'm going to say, if you're willing to contribute finances to the channel and be like, hey, I contribute to the channel, to the guild, to the computer rig, to the gaming rig, to the streaming rig, all that good stuff. I feel like having an opinion that then says, hey, if you're going to have an opinion about the game, at least give it a shot. I feel like that's a valid opinion, whether that's from a Patreon supporter or for somebody just leaving a random comment on a YouTube video who's a first-time commenter. It's like, that's a valid opinion to be like, hey, have you even played it? To be delivering the critiques that I deliver. So I feel like giving myself the opportunity to play PoE 2, which I've had a beta key for free for years. Not really for free, right? Years worth of supporting PoE 1. But I've had a beta key for forever. And so finally to activate it and be like, all right, we'll play. And now if I give feedback, I can at least tell people who leave me that comment, oh, you're a PoE 1 player, what do you even know? I can go, no, you know, I've given PoE 2 a shot. Which it's kind of interesting to see how many people going into this announcement for PoE 2's latest expansion, like the cycle almost. Did anybody ever play League of Legends? And Nasus used to say the cycle of life and death continues. Like the cycle of complaints for PoE 1 development just continues into PoE 2. It just continues. Whether it's like, hey, why is this thing that was promised being delayed? It's like, well, it's being delayed because we'd rather polish it and make sure it's right. Okay, well, we heard that all the time for PoE 1. Or like, hey, why is this thing coming out without a delay? Why are you still releasing, you know, this content without the promised content? Just delay it. We'd rather delay it. And then it's like, yeah, you'll get another standard response that was there with PoE 1 development as well. So it's interesting to see what has changed at GGG over time and what has not changed about their development cycles and how they respond to community complaints and community pressure as well. That's interesting. Everything will be fixed in 4.0. Yeah, I know, right? That was always a lie. And at least some of us said that was always a lie. Holy smokes, this guy hurts like a truck. Like at least over here in our discussion videos, we always said there's gonna be a lot of stuff that goes unresolved. That's just the way how game development works. So don't put too much hope into any one patch, but recognize that there's limits to everything. There can be progress made, though, and I think that's partly what has made some of the PoE 1 community so bitter, is it's like, we feel like there hasn't been progress on things for PoE 1 over the years in comparison with what has been promised, and what seems to be somewhat doable when PoE 1 is compared with PoE 2. Alright, we just killed our first essence, so that's cool. So do essences in PoE 2 do the same thing? Lesser essence of electricity. One-handed melee weapon or bow, it adds lightning damage. Or it adds lightning damage. Okay. So it adds lightning damage. Am I reading that right? It's just less damage for a melee weapon? Oh, because it's a two-handed. One-handed melee weapons is less. Two-handed is more. So bows... So are they balancing bows around one-handed melee weapons? And then crossbows are like two-handed ranged weapons? Is that what I'm picking up by reading that? The way how those two lines read? Just trying to learn how the game is balanced here live, like I'm a noob. GGG is still figuring stuff out with PoE 2, but I'm glad you're giving it a shot, says Rengar. I'm giving it a shot. I can at least now tell people who leave me comments like, Iron, you've never played PoE 2, shut up. I can at least now say, actually, I have played it, and I've also played a lot more PoE 1, and here's my feedback. I can already hear some people saying, though, okay, I'm going to go Kermit voice, so if you don't like the Kermit voice, cover your ears. Oh, but G3 Iron, the reason why you have the critiques you have about PoE 2 is because secretly you're just a PoE 1 fanboy, and so therefore any critiques you have of PoE 2 are invalid. Okay. I mean, if you want to reason things like a child, sure. Like quite literally. I got 5 kids. Well, the fifth kid's on the way, coming in May. Like, I can recognize elementary level logic and argumentation if people want to make that argument. I think the internet language for that, by the way, for people who make that kind of argument, that kind of ad hominem argument, your argument doesn't count because of who you are. I think the proper internet language for that is saying that person is in the midst of strict denial, which in internet lingo is cope, right? You got some severe cope going on over there. I feel like Spark could be good. Could it be good? I need to go back to town. I feel like if I didn't have to cast it 10,000 times before anything died, it feels like it has to cast 10,000 times. But I feel like it could be good. Bows get quivers. Oh, okay. Crossbows don't get quivers. That's good to know. I was shocked when Darth Micro was talking in the tavern talk they do. Oh, okay. What was he saying? I'm generally up to speed on what people say on written forum posts. I am less up to speed on what people say in videos and on Twitch. I have less time to watch, but I do have some time to read. So, okay, let's sell items. Let's sell. Jim Cramer. Mad money. Okay, and let's disenchant this. Disenchant. Where's the disenchant? Disenchant is Oma, right? Una, not Oma. Oma is from Stargate. Una is from Path of Exile 2. There we go. Alright, we got some Regal shards. See, we're getting... No, don't use. Stash. We're getting some stuff here. We're getting some stuff. Do I actually have decent gems now? AoE doesn't work with Spark. Yeah. It does work with Orb of Storms, though. So let's unstash it and let's use it with Orb of Storms. Let's link that with Orb of Storms. Do I have any other support gems? This is a level 1 support. It's a level 4 skill. Those are all level 1 support gems. Is there anything else that I can get that could possibly... Like... These are all skill gems. Engrave as a skill. Quarterstaff. Elemental. Orb of Storms. Can I make that go up? Oh, Arc is over here. Arc is level 5. So I need to get a gem that's level 5. Uncut gem, level 5. Can I get Arc? Speaking of which... Alright, let's go! We're gonna become electric boys! There's so much of a, I like this thing, so you're not allowed to hate it from both sides. It's an incredibly tiring thing. Yeah, I try not to argue that way. I do try and present, people's arguments the way how they sound. At least the way how I think they sound, which is not always fair. But that's one of the things I try and do. When he went to New Zealand, that almost all the devs are either working on POE 1 or POE 2, whichever cycle they are on. Ooh, that's... Yeah. Yeah. That's one way to do it. Okay, so we wanted to do everything into Orb of Storms? Or not yet? No. Because we have Arc now. Okay, Arc is a projectile. An arc of lightning stretches from the caster to the targeted enemy and chains to other possible nearby enemies. Consumes a lightning infusion, if possible, to deal more damage and chain farther. How do I... 200% more damage when lightning infused. How do I do that? I want to do that, please. Let's just get rid of Unearth altogether. We'll do Spark and... We'll do Spark and Arc. So Spark has got rapid casting. Okay, let's unequip that and let's put that into... Wait, didn't I just pull this out of Spark? Rapid casting into Arc. And then concentrated areas with Orb of Storms. So now I can just like drop Orb of Storms. I think this is good. That's what I'm going to assume. I can't use this because I have no spirit. Cast near Orb of Storms to get lightning infusion. I think 3 casts will drop an infusion. That 1.1 second cast is rough until you get a bunch of cast speed. We'll see what it's like. Is it really that slow? 1.1 second. We'll see. Dapper says, I got into PoE 2 first, so my bias lies there, but I've still listened to your talk show vids since I don't watch content for confirmation bias. I appreciate any and all discussions about the game. Hey, that's great, Dapper. See, that's a good attitude. I think that's a good attitude. I try to represent people's attitudes, hopefully, as I'm reading their stuff and covering stuff and talking about stuff. But I also try, while I'm representing people's attitudes and what they sound like, I try and still do a good job of representing hopefully the best of the argument, the best sides of the argument that get made. And so some people don't like that. Some people feel like that's me talking out of both sides of my mouth. But it's like, when I say I'm giving my opinion, I generally try and say I am now giving my opinion, rather than just trying to represent what other people think. That's kind of why I'm liking the talk show as well, having the podcast, because it's just like I'll just give my opinion whenever I want, and it's 30 minutes of it. So if people want to complain that it's long form YouTube, whatever, they can, but it's long form YouTube. It is a longer discussion. Oh, that's not too bad as a cast time. See, I got to get into PoE 2 mindset for casting. I can still move while I'm casting. 1.1 seconds of just standing still in PoE 1 would feel awful, but 1.1 seconds of still having some mobility doesn't feel awful. Now, I'm saying that until I'm in a boss fight where I'm sure, get wrecked because I'm using this. Probably this would not be a very good bossing skill, right? Ooh, arc. Speaking of bossing and dying. Just because of the fact that it's primarily about clear with chaining, right? Ooh, an uncut gem level 5. Let's go. I need to look for more things in town as well that have plus to levels, because that was something that we were talking about the other day, that basically plus to levels is OP, which is funny because that was removed from PoE 1. I feel like almost as soon as PoE 2 was announced, like the Necro lost her ability to have +2 to all minion skill gems. And it's like, why is that going away? Well, it's an archaic aspect of the game. We no longer want things to scale that way. We want to have freedom to do other things. It's like, no, we're just using it for PoE 2. It's like, okay. Alright, what about this? What about Spark? Is Spark better here? Is Spark better on single target in a tight zone because it can bounce and hit multiple times? Rather than Arc? I think. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Nope, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. In the tight corridors, Spark does okay. But when things are open like this is where Spark does better. Alright, and now I should just use my Fireball because Ignite is good. I don't have anything on my tree for Ignite. I got nothing for Ignite. But is it just better? As like a default ailment rather than Shock? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Let's light these guys up. Arc feels like it does a good amount of damage. Maybe that's just the gem levels, though. Right? I have a staff that gives me +2. I need to look on trade for, like, if there's, like, some rings. Do rings give plus to gem levels? I just want plus to gem levels for everything, right? That's the meta. Just plus to levels. That's all you do. Okay, well, you're shocked now. So, hopefully you're taking more damage, buddy. Now you're ignited. Maybe you're not ignited. What does the 40% mean? Okay, now he's burning, so now he's ignited. Right? Now he's got shock on him. He's got shock and ignite, right? Is that what the percentage fire resist is next to him? Or that's what the... Well, the burning icon is there as well. I gotta learn what these icons are. See? That's something that they, once again, do not do for new players. Like, you could just pause the screen the first time you ignite an enemy. Or the first time you shock an enemy, or the first time you freeze an enemy, and be like, this is what an elemental ailment does. And I know it would disrupt gameplay for somebody from the first time they're playing the game. But then if you didn't do it anymore, it's just like the tutorial thing. It's just like how the game interrupts you to put the socket your gem in. That'd be something they could do. Chris, I am liking having the controller. The controller definitely feels better. Like, it... I can't say that enough about POE 1 over the years. Like, it hurts my wrists. Like, the fact that I can play minion builds in POE 1 and still be relatively effective and have fun with it. I don't think I would like Path of Exile nearly as much if I couldn't play minion builds. Or like AFK no button builds. I think that's a pretty big part of my enjoyment in Path of Exile. Okay, let's go drop things off in town. I'm doing all the things that I shouldn't do. I'm picking up everything and selling it. These are all things that I shouldn't do, right? Action RPG, Cardinal Sin, numero uno. Sell, 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 sell. But hey, that's how I'm getting money to progress and to buy things, so. Alright, let's go talk to Una. Turn this into a Regal Shard. Accept, because it's way better to just buy something. PoE 2, they went plus levels instead of flat damage to spells. Mark said that's why they don't have to manage added damage effectiveness on every skill. Oh, okay. Only the amulet and focus for spells. The percentage you're seeing is their flammability debuff, which applies increased chance to ignite. Each fire hit on enemy applies flammability. Okay. That's helpful. Now, you had to take the time to tell me that, Dapper, rather than the game just saying that when it actually happens. Oh, here's another person that's just hanging up here. Oh, this is where we escaped. This is the cutscene. This is the gallows. Nice, we got an uncut support gem. This is the gallows where we escaped from for the intro cutscene of the game. That's cool. Okay, infiltrate the manor beyond the village and find the count. Okay, does this look like the manor? This looks like the manor. Yeah, this looks like a manor place. Ooh, that hurts. I do like the monster models as well in PoE 2. Monster models, they've... Again, so much of the art, it's not just graphics. The art has changed significantly. I feel like this is the manor over here. Or is this the tower? I don't know, but I feel like this doorway. I feel like they did some good art and took some time to make this doorway. Will this be a part of later acts when we come back here, like PoE 1? I don't know. We'll find out. Find out next time on Rocky and Bullwinkle. I do like that off-screening in PoE 2 feels like it's possible even at early levels, like because of range. The auto-targeting from the controller feels pretty good for just straight-up auto-targeting things. Like, I'm not having to use... I'll just show you just for a second here. Hopefully you can see this just for a moment. I'm not having to use any of the right analog stick here to aim. Like, it's just whichever direction you're walking in, the game aims pretty decently. I don't know about for bosses, if I quite trust it as much, but for clearing packs, feel like it's decent. Oh, here we go. Here's the manor. I love the checkpoints. The maps are so big, you have to have these checkpoints. It's ridiculous otherwise. We're about to ding a level, so maybe if I kill another pack or two, here we go. And then we go into the manor. There we go. Let's see. Alright, you guys walk into my ball of lightning. There we go. We got level 16. Bada boom, bada bing. Hey, Zeke, how do we say it for YouTube, bud? Bada boom, bada bing. We got a level. How do we say it? Come say it, bud. Alright, you say it in the microphone, bud. You come say it. How do you say bada boom, bada bing? Alright, here goes the 5-year-old. Alright, you say it, bud.
Bada bing, bada boom. We have a Spider-Man in the house.
Spider-Man in the house.
Bada bing, bada boom. We got a Spider-Man in the house. Oh, welcome, Lauren. Yes, discovering POE 2 after many years. Too many years of waiting. We are now playing some POE 2 and giving it a shot. Okay, why was I coming over here? I had a thought process for coming over here. Was it because of the lightning? I think that's why. Yeah, it's because there's like a bunch of lightning nodes up here. Okay, so I feel like more damage. I want more damage. I'd probably need more strength because strength is health, right? Yeah, there we go. We're up to 300 strength now. Or 300 health. Alright, let's go into Ogham Manor and see what's up. See what's happening. Bada bing, bada boom. We got a Spider-Man in the house. Okay, this looks like POE 1 almost. Like going inside the house, the floorboards are all nice and wooden. Is this the originator's lair? That's kind of what it looks like, no? Okay, kill the buffing guys. The buffing guys are annoying. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We actually... Whoa! Did you see that? We actually, like... That was like a single cast. Did we roll high on that lightning roll or what? It's like a single cast blew up everything there with that chain. That was pretty good. I likey. Can we do that more often, please? Are there sources of lucky damage in POE 2? Because if there are... I should just pretend I'm Enki from 10 years ago in POE 1. Bring Enki's Arc Witch back! They killed it in POE 1! And so now it's back in POE 2. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die here. He's energy, shield, aura, chaos resistant. Well, I don't do any chaos damage, so I don't care about that. Oh, this is an inside zone. I should be using my spark here. Why is the duration on my orb so terrible? Another corpse to serve me. Oh, there we go. We're dropping 40 gold at a time now. Let's go. Is that's a rare, right? Because he's got the aura? No, he's magic. Okay. These abyssals have been very helpful, by the way. I've had some good stuff drop from them and help fund upgrades. Orb of Alchemy. I think that's my first Orb of Alchemy. That's pretty good. That's a pretty cool monster design. There's a hulking monster with 2 different bodies but no head. That's pretty cool. I feel like it takes the amount of time to kill a white mob in PoE 2 that it does to kill a difficult essence mob in PoE 1. It's definitely a different pace. It's definitely a different pace. Alright, let's see. Bottom of the tree has Lucky. Oh, there's Lucky? There is? Oh, man. Lauren, it's going to be in early access for a long time. It will be. So, Lauren, I've played Path of Exile 1 for more than a decade. And I covered Path of Exile. I've been covering Path of Exile for almost a decade. Here on YouTube. Like, I think we're up to over 600 videos or something like that. It's something ridiculous, some high amount. But it's quite interesting to see the development of PoE 1 and compare it to PoE 2. It's going to be in development for a long time. Okay, so let's take a look. You guys said Lucky is on the tree, so I'm going to type in Lucky. I wish I could zoom out more on the controller, but I can't. Zoom out more. Okay, you said bottom of the tree is Lucky. Damage with hits is Lucky against enemies that are low life. I just want Lucky all the time. Is this Lucky? Chance to evade is unlucky. Chance to deflect is lucky. Don't care about that. 30% chance for lightning damage with hits to be lucky. Can't I just be lucky? 30% increased damage. Oh, Lucky Rabbit Foot. That's just the name of it. Is this one lucky? 20% chance for damage with hits to be lucky. Okay, so I could get 20% from that. I could get 30% chance from that. I could get... Oh, well, if they're stunned, then it's lucky. Any other lucky stuff? Of course, they wouldn't put Lucky like right next to the lightning nodes on the passive tree, would they? No, that'd be too easy. Okay, so everything Lucky is bottom half of the tree. Okay, so is the meta to play bottom half of the tree characters? Is that true? Yeah. Maybe so. By the way, while I am playing this with like no spoilers, so I would appreciate that if like we don't spoil things unless I ask for it, right? So like about like story, lore, progression, those sorts of things. So like the other day I guessed that like the hooded character was Sin. I was like, "Oh, he's character all shrouded in black. He's got blue eyes, totally Sin, right?" And I was like, "You guys can tell me if I nailed that or not." But other spoilers, like other gameplay spoilers and stuff, I'm happy for you to give me that's gameplay. Like saying things that are strong, saying things that are good. Mechanical tips as well that you can pass along to me is just helpful because then it means if I continue to play this game and then do cover this game in any meaningful way and make videos for this, it just means that those tips will get passed on to other players. So you're not just helping me when you give me a tip, you're helping other players as well. Oh, this looks like a boss encounter. Okay, there's stairs over there. There's people working in the giant monster that was eating. Is there a dude sitting in the chair down there? Are there dudes sitting in the chair down there? This feels like I'm on my way to Dominus. Count Genor. You can rest when you're dead. Keep digging.
He's even more insane than when we last met.
Oh man, story. We're getting some lore here. That's pretty cool. All right, so we need to make our way down there. This was something that I said the other day as well. POE 2's art. Like, look at this, just this windmill here, right? Like, the level of detail that goes into this windmill and this giant crater in the center of the map. It's not an accessible area for the player, but that's poster worthy. Like, you could put that on a poster and put that behind you in your gaming room, and that's cool. You know, the game feels like a lot bigger as a world. And yes, the map size in and of itself is bigger, but the game world feels bigger because of the artwork the work that they've put into the art to make the areas that you can't walk to or get to still viewable in a meaningful way. In a visually meaningful way. Hopefully that's a complete sentence there. That's what I think. They definitely don't hide the Sin reveal, but there's a ton of cool story. Okay. Very cool. I'm looking forward to it. I do feel like there's more, like... I feel like over the course of 10 years of playing POE 1, I've asked about lore, like, a few times. Generally, though, I haven't been that interested in the lore. I think I was interested most about the lore for Alva, and like the time travel aspect of Alva. That was cool to learn about. And Synthesis. Synthesis was a good lore league. Like those were kind of the two leagues that I was most into the lore. And then I had some curiosity. I went and did some reading on Simulacrum, on like the voice and all that stuff and the meaning behind Simulacrum. But other than that, that's basically been like the lore that I've cared about in POE 1. Whereas I feel like from the get-go here in POE 2, the lore is grabbing me a little bit more. Not to say that it's going to be a heavily lore-based game, right? It's still an action RPG. Oh boy. Are these stairs? Yep, these are stairs. Oh, an uncut skill gem level 5. Okay, let's I've got a full inventory. Before we go down the stairs, let's go back to the encampment and see what we can do. If you like this kind of level design, you should look at No Rest for the Wicked. Okay. It's got a lot of beautiful visuals beyond where the players can go. I don't think I want level 5 discipline over the +2 levels of my current weapon. So I think... Oh, wait. I don't want to do this. I want to sell blues and transmute yellows. That's what somebody said the other day. Ooh, I think I might wear those because I think I'm wearing blue. Yeah. So I might wear those. Wait, I just said I don't want to do this with blues. Do I have any other yellows? Yeah, disenchant that. Okay. Sell. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this 150. Am I at 150? Yeah, I'm above 150. All right. Let's sell this flask. I've got some cool stuff here. I got a GCP. Is GCP worth using? +1 to level of all melee skills. Ah, but it's got lightning res, life, and mana on it. So that's nice. That's cool. I don't know what that effect was, but there was like an effect that did something. Let's throw this into my low-level trash. Stash that. Okay, what else do we have here? I had some more Regals. I've got an Orb of Alchemy. I've got some more of these. Some more of those. Some more of those. GCP. How can I see what this would do to a gem? Let's go look at the skills. Does it show me? Select. Go to Advanced Info. Will it show me what GCP does to this? No? Why would it do that? I don't think it... Does it have like a little plus arrow here? Wait. I'm trying to use... Ah! See, sometimes the game likes it with the mouse, and sometimes the game doesn't. Like, I can't click. See this? I clearly cannot click. You're hearing it. Can't click with the mouse, but like it allows me to no longer have Spark selected. See that? But I can't select something else, so it's weird. What's the controller equivalent of pressing Alt on a keyboard? I don't know. I don't know. That pulls up chat. That pulls up the passive tree. I don't know. Inspect. Okay, is the right click. Okay, there we go. We're figuring it out. This is really good, by the way. The preview videos for skills, excellently done. That's really well done. The videos are really good. Okay, so now how do I actually see additional effects from quality? That's where. Increased projectile speed. Okay, so if we right click with the joystick, with the right joystick, additional effects from quality, chains, and additional time. All right, so that tells me what GCP does. That's good. That's very good. Excellent call there. Good call, Dapper. Good call, Lauren. Right analog stick. You were absolutely right. Yeah, the videos do a good job. Okay, so we've got 2 skill gems that are level 5 and a support gem level 1. All right, so let's... Any good suggestions for a support skill? Let's see what we could do with level 5. We could raise zombie. Limit to 10 raised zombies. Zombie duration is 20 seconds. I don't want duration-based minions. How do I communicate this in any meaningful way? Like, I don't want... I don't want duration-based minions. I want minions that stick around. GCP in Act 1 is actually pretty rare. Oh, nice. So I got a good drop. Skeletal Frost Mage. These guys are permanent. The skeletons are permanent in PoE 2, whereas the zombies are temporary. So I could do this and go with like a spirit-based build, but then I need to redo my tree again and go for like a bunch of spirit. If there's even spirit on the tree. Is there spirit on the tree? Is there spirit? Here we go. Lucky spirit. There's only 4 results found for spirit. All right, they're all over here. Okay. 4% increased spirit. Link skills can be damageable. That's just the name of it. Spirit Bond. Ancestral Bond. Okay, so where do you actually generate spirit from? Where is it? Not under options. Is it under options? Where's like the help bar? Character, cosmetics, quests. There's no help bar to tell you in game. Like POE 1 has like the little help bar that tells you a little bit about stuff in game. I guess just scrolling over stuff. That's what they replaced it with, right? By scrolling over the stuff, they have what it tells you where you get it from. Okay, so spirit. You must have enough spirit available to use the skills. Yeah, I recognize that, but how do I get spirit? Spirit is a okay, I like this. I like this. I was just asking for where the help bar is. The help bar is when you scroll over the thing that you find onto your character sheet. That's good. Spirit is a reserve of power used to affect blah, blah, blah. Yep, we know that. Weapon sets can have differing amounts of available spirit due to weapons with spirit, such as scepters, weapon set passive skills, or persistent skills that are active in specific weapon sets. Okay, so spirit just comes from weapons. It doesn't come from strength or int or hurt. +1 intelligence, support gem capacity, +1 dex. Okay, so it's just accuracy, mana, and life. That's... Huh. So spirit is just off of, like, items. Body armor and amulet and weapons can roll with flat spirit on them. Okay. There are fixed bosses in the campaign that give a bit of spirit. 100 total through the campaign, and there's a bunch of mods that you can roll on gear. Okay. Alright. So any suggestions for what we should do with this? For Firebolt, we could go with Ignite 1. Or Zenith. What else? These are just int gems. For Arc, we could do Controlled Destruction. Or Unleash. I feel like that is almost like Spell Echo. Right? Deal less damage when recurring. I feel like Controlled Destruction would just be the way to go here. For more damage. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, what about this? Gem level 5. Let's go over here and look for elemental. We could get Snap. The blast will spread to other enemies affected by the same element. That's interesting. Any projectiles through the wall by you or allies deal added fire damage. So does that work with arc? Because arc is projectile. So you put down flame wall and then you arc through it. Let's just level up Orb of Storms for now. And then hold off on this. Okay, let's search what are my stuff right now? So we're +2 to level of all spells. Let's see if we can get like a plus. Those are only the recommended supports. There should be a way to see the full list. Yeah, I can see the full list here, Ragnar. So here's the full list. Where is it? It's like intelligence. Yeah, it's over here. It's like intelligence, dexterity, strength gems. So there's a way that I can do that. Could I get rage from it? No, it's got to be for an attack, right? Yeah. Could I get rage from using arc? That'd be cool. Trying to think. Do any of these perpetual charge? Supported skills have a 25% chance to not remove charges but still count as consuming them. But I don't have a consume thing. Projectile speed. Poison. Have chance to poison on hit. +1 to limit. Escalating poison. Grant additional charges. Cast twice. Precision. Slow magnitude. Combo finisher. There's so many things. Supported skills deal 30% more non-ailment damage over time. Is that just... That's just Swift Affliction. That's just straight up from POE 1. Pursuit. Melee attacks, blindside. Okay, so... Elemental Army. Oh, that's cool for minions, but I don't really care about my minions right now because they weren't doing me any good. Crystalline Shard. Expanse. Zenith. Let's do... Let's... Oh! Increase mana regeneration rate while a supported skill is active. So I could put this on Ghost Dance. And then I could have more... I could actually have more mana regen. Let's do that. That's like a no-brainer. Let's socket that into... Where's Ghost Dance? Wait, why wouldn't it let me socket? You just told me you could. It says supportable skills, Ghost Dance. What am I doing wrong here? Do I not have 10 spirit? Maybe I don't have 10 spirit. I have 30 spirit. All right, one of you will have a massive giga brain and be able to tell me why I can't use this. It said it could work for Ghost Dance. Like, even while I'm scrolling over it. It's like, yeah, Ghost Dance. And then Ghost Dance is like, nope. It's on. It's toggled. You have 30, which is being used by Ghost Dance. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. See, you all have Giga Brains. I have a Balding Brain. I need 40 Spirit to use it. Okay. So I need to get Spirit on something. I also need to get just, like, more levels and damage. Let's try this for... Could I have better rings? I could certainly have better rings, right? Let's look for a... let's go to trade. Let's look for a ring. Any ring... Oh, this is POE 1. Silly me. Path of Exile 2 trade. Here we go. Let's look for a ring that has... We said rings couldn't roll plus the levels, but they can roll... Can they roll spell damage? Spell damage? And then, like, maximum level is, like, 16. Oh, nope. Maybe they can't roll spell damage on them. What about spirit? Can rings roll spirit? Nope. Okay, let's go back to anything. And let's look for things that have spirit on them. Okay, chest pieces have spirit on them. Chest pieces seem to have spirit on them. And then, of course, like the minion scepter. What's up, Willie? Welcome, welcome. I am finally playing it. That's right. Oh, Willie Shaolin. I finally did it, dude. Finally trying POE 2. Increase lightning, cold, or fire. Oh, okay, on rings. All right, let's try that. Let's try that on a ring. Let's go. Let's look for a ring. Item level 16 required. Let's look for increased lightning damage. Let's try it. Okay, there's some rings. All right, how much do I have right now? Do I have currency to actually trade? I have 4 of these. It seems like regals are like what people trade for. It seems like that's what the trade site is listing a lot of the time things at. So what's the highest level 16 gem I can... There's something for 3 divines at 12% increased lightning damage. Oh man, I'm glad to see that people are still really serious about the way how they price things. in POE 2. 6 divine, 10 divine for just a ring that has lightning. Can you see this? Here, I'm pulling it over here so you all can see the silliness that I'm seeing. Look at this. The Doom Turn Lazuli ring. 6 divines for life, rarity. Wait. And Folding Dawn is a solid early game unique chest. Okay. This is insane. Oh, look at this. This is a buyout 1 regal. Do I have 4,100 gold? I do. I have 4,500 gold. Let's do it. It's got cast speed, cold res, lightning, damage, and resistance. We're buying this. This ring is the best ring in the history of Path of Exile, and none of you get it. I get it. Path of Exile 2. Okay, wait. Why won't it let me select it? Never mind. I'm talking all this junk. One of you's about to snipe it from me. Nope, I got it. That's right. I now have the Gale Finger. It is the best single ring in the history of Path of Exile 2. All right, we'll take off the Agile Iron Ring of Whelping. Look at this ring, ladies and gentlemen. 29 lightning resistance, 8% increased lightning damage, 24 evasion, 8% increased rarity, 14% increased cast speed, 7% gold resistance. I hope that's good. I just spent an upgrade. That was an upgrade. All right, let's go back. Let's get... I didn't even get my amulet upgrade, though. I wanted an amulet, and I just found a ring. All right. So on amulets can get plus to levels, right? That's what we said. So let's look for an amulet here. Amulet. Let's see if I can find it before any of you do. All spell skills. Nope, nothing. Let's try all spell skills. Okay. Oh, minimum 1 exalted. Okay, what about the lightning spell skills? Lightning spell skills. What about that? Oh, nothing. Ah, that's disappointing. Okay, to all level. Oops, spell level. Whoop. Fine, I'll just type in level. There we go. To all spell skills. All right, so 1 exalt. What's the ratio? What is the what's the ratio here? Of what do I have? I've got nothing here. I've got regal orbs for an exalted orb. No search found. I don't even have Faustus. Okay, so people are taking 1-to-1 or 5-to-1. There you go. Look at that. That person's trying to rip people off. This is also the end of the league, right? So nobody's actually trading. Right, because the next league is like right around the corner. All right, let's throw this in my stash for standard garbage. I think we upgrade. I think this ring is going to carry us. That's what I'm going to say. This is giving me, what, 9% to lightning resistance, and that's basically it. So I guess I could actually look for an upgrade, but I don't have very much. I don't have very much gold anymore. So let's go back to the Ogham Manor. Let's see what we can get done here. All right, let's touch the checkpoint. It's been so long the instance reset. No. All right. So here's with our spark, with our increased lightning damage. Oh, there's a lesser essence of the flames. I'm gonna die right away here. No, actually, Spark's doing okay. Spark's doing all right. Is Arc doing okay? Arc is doing all right. Yeah. Arc's doing all right. I like the auto-targeting. The auto-targeting's good. Keep auto-targeting for me, game. Keep chaining. Especially with the Abyssal monsters. I feel like the chain is good. Grant's Lightning Bolt? Was that a Volt? Voltaic staff? Yeah, but that doesn't give me +2 to all, which is what my current staff gives. This current staff that I have, this is like GG. +2 to level of all. Oh. And I think it also gives spell damage, doesn't it? Yeah, 22% increased spell damage. I should sell that for a Mirror of Calandra. Alright, any more baddies up in here? Alright, we're gonna fight this guy. See if we instantly regret this. Oh, that's a lot of fire. That's a lot of fire. Can I just stand over here and cheese him? Will he know to come around the table? I don't think he... Oh, he knows how to do an AoE that includes the table. I almost could cheese him. Am I still off-screening him? Almost. Almost. Whoa, watch the explosion. Oh, no, no, I'm proccing another pack. Wait, did we kill this guy, or did he walk away? You don't walk away from me, dude. Oh, he was recharging his energy shield. Alright. Close, 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 close. There we go. Oh, hello! Holy smokes! What is that? What is that? Primordium of the pit? What was that coming out of the abyss? That was... Is that one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Ark, guide me and protect me. Holy smokes, look at that guy. He's up there on the top right of the screen. Yep, there he is. Holy smokes, he's like riding an undead thing. Why can't I ride an undead thing? Oh, get him stuck. He's bugged out. Okay, go get him, Spark. Can Spark get him? Oh, no, he's no longer bugged out. No! Keep dodging. Dodge roll. Do a barrel roll. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to kill all these guys again because he's going to murk me. Keep moving. Keep barrel rolling. Oh, goodness. Is he bleeding me? I feel like he is. He doesn't want to come down the steps. Did you notice that? Maybe I can stay over here. This is why I need that stupid clarity gem. Whoa. Oh, see, he does not want to come down the steps. Are you seeing this? New tech discovered. When Stoic Cream. When you fight Stoic's Cream. Oh, just try and avoid him on the... Or try and bring him to the stairs. He doesn't like stairs, apparently. Look at this guy. He does not like stairs. Come over this way, buddy. Should I actually fight him in here? Because then the spark just keeps bouncing. Is that the way how we should do this? Maybe. Whoop. This guy's just a rare guy, too. He's not even like a boss. This is just an abyssal rare guy. Unless GGG really put this much time into designing Stoic Cream, the new abyssal boss. Right? Okay, did he get stunned? Maybe he's shocked right now. Keep hitting him, Spark. Oh, don't die here at the end! Alright, we killed him. We're now level 17. Oh, I should regall it. Oh, you're right. On my, you're talking about my staff? Give it another roll? Is there another good roll it could get? A guy gave, like, nothing. A really long fight not to drop anything. Alright, let's keep moving towards lightning. Let's get Spirit off of our search tab here. Lightning. These guys were crazy overtuned at League launch. I bet. I can only imagine how difficult that guy was on League launch before they undoubtedly had to nerf it. But did they actually nerf it? Is that how they're approaching PoE 2? Because I thought the whole point of PoE 2 was to be hard and to be slower and to have much longer progression and to make players suffer, and I thought that was the whole thing. Okay, we're getting closer. Right? We've come down. Wait. No? Wait, did I... I've already been through here. So did I not... I did not go through my portal. That's what I did. I portaled before we got to this checkpoint. Because I had a full inventory. That's what that was. I portaled before we got here. Okay, is this a boss fight? This is a large enough arena. The Fallen Altar. The Psalm of Madness. Okay, this is totally going to become a boss fight. That thing is going to move. I'm going to read this and it's going to become a thing. That's a boss. It's a boss. Totally called it. Alright. Let's try to hit it. Okay. It looks like a Sanctum boss, right? Is that not the Sanctum boss? Like Volker? Looks like the Sanctum boss. Oh yeah, he's got Flame Breath. Watch the slash. Okay, drop this. Do a barrel roll. Oh, goodness. Oop. I feel like some of the boss's damage is like, oh, you instantly died because you got hit by one thing, and then some of their damage is like, it full-on hits you and just doesn't do anything. Is that a thing? Like, that Flame Breath, I feel like, didn't even break my energy shield. But, like, I got one-tapped by the... whatcha-who's-it? Mist, King of the Mist or whatever, when he slammed. Okay, so... Now what did we do? We killed that guy. Nowhere is safe. Okay. Is there not a secret door behind there? We have the Candlemas's Essence. Grants 20 to maximum life. Okay, cool. We got 20 max life. I'll take it. What's Solar Orb? Ooh. 50% increased spell damage. That sounds good. Upgrades a magic item to a rare item, adding a guaranteed modifier. Oh, I wish that was more lightning damage, but it's not. Okay, so where do we go from here? We need to run this way. We accidentally made normal monsters have 40 times the intended HP. Oopsie. Oh, no, that's... I mean, that's just... Okay, there are genuine oopsies, right? There are times where there's just genuine mistakes, right? Like, we're all people. We all make mistakes. All of us have had Ancestral Bond toggled while playing a build and gone, why is my build not doing any damage anymore? We've all done that. We've all been there. Okay. Not a dot. It has very fast hits. You have invulnerability frames at the beginning of the roll, so that flame barely hits you. It's a dot. Oh. Wait, so I can just like keep barrel rolling and be invulnerable? That's why at the beginning of the hit is or at the beginning of the cycle of the animation, it's the best time to dodge. Is that what you're saying, Neil? Like when you're about to get hit, the game gives you a frame of invulnerability when you hit dodge at the right time. Guarded by 5 packs of monsters. Ooh, do we click it? We click it. I froze! And then we run away. Alright, now we use Arc and we just blast them, right? Because Arc is going to be good for this. Yeah, let's go. Look at that. We're actually clearing. We're clearing. We actually had a screen pop there. We actually had the start of a build here. Is Arc viable? Probably not. But we're having fun. Whoop. Don't get killed. Then you have to fight them all again. Is that guy lightning res? Does he have lightning resistance on him or something? Reviving minions. Well, that's just obnoxious. Dude, what is up with this guy's shield? Knock it off, dude. This guy's obnoxious. I'm gonna go around the corner and hide. He's gonna send more out. This guy does a lot of damage. I've barely touched this guy. He's still at above 50%. What is this? What is this? I'm gonna die, that's what this is. I shouldn't have clicked the box, but I got greedy. 10 seconds ago I was thinking I had a build. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, POE 2. I don't have a build. I'm just a minion player that's casting spells. I don't know why. I shouldn't be casting spells. 10 minutes later, we're gonna kill this guy and he's gonna drop me absolutely nothing. Are we gonna kill this guy? Wait, did he get bugged? No, he's still coming. Okay, what about my single target? Is this guy more damage from... Does he reflect? He reflects! That's why the stuff is coming at me. He reflects my projectiles. Are you kidding me? What a jerk. I'm a projectile-based build game. What am I supposed to do? I'm just not supposed to care about that guy. Alright, we're moving on. Moving on. His shield is reflecting like all of my projectiles. When I switched to my fire, that was the first indicator. It's like, wait, when I shoot at him, he's shooting back at me. He is projected from front from projectiles. Oh my goodness, good call, Lauren. Lauren over here is Giga Brain. I'm over here Bald Brain. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lauren. Sheesh. I'm over here like, why can't I do damage to this guy? I don't know, maybe because he reflects all your attacks. I was just reading the affix. I had POE 1 holdover. I'm like, well, he doesn't say he reflects. But he totally reflects. This is a wide open area. Spark is not going to be good for this. Arc is going to be the way to go. Look at all the ground degen. Holy smokes, there's a lot of it. I had a hard time too. You have to get all up in his business and bait auto attacks. He doesn't reflect if he's attacking. Oh, okay. So lock him into an animation and then make him pay. I mean, that's kind of the way how the game teaches us to fight against bosses, right? Lock them into an animation and then deal damage to them while they're locked. Man, those puddles. It's the puddles that deal damage to me here. Oh, they had little explosive pustules. I'm surprised there wasn't a boss in that last room. That last room looked kind of like a boss encounter room. Huh. Maybe there is. Maybe there's a secret boss that I missed. I did that a couple of times, like with the Devourer and with the witch. I forget her name. The Crazy Cold Witch in the Grellwood. Did not know she was in the middle of it until you all helped me out with it. Moonlash the Supreme. Alright, let's see what Moonlash has got up his sleeves. He's hasted. Well, he's shocked now. So if he's shocked, right, then the fire damage should, like, do a whole bunch more, right? Let's fight him in this arena-type zone here. Ooh. He's slow enough. I just need some more move speed on boots. Do we have move speed on boots in this game, or is move speed a taboo? We're not allowed to have move speed in POE 2, right? Not allowed to have it? Is that the way how that goes? And down he goes. Oh, he dropped a ton of gold. It was literally hundreds of gold there. It's like a quarter of my total gold inventory right now. That was pretty good. This is the Ogham Manor is where we're at. Really want to see you facing a boss? Oh, you don't want to see me facing a boss. Lord, it's going to be embarrassingly bad. Okay, is Count Gianor, is he the Act 1 boss? Spoilers, you can tell me. You can tell me if he is, or you can just say yes or no. But I feel like the story has been building up to find the Count. Maybe the Count will be like Piety. Maybe we'll have to fight him multiple times. But you can just tell me if he's... Are we actually on our way to an Act 1 boss here? Or is Act 1 going to continue? Like, is it going to take me 3 streaming sessions to get through Act 1? Maybe. This is what happens when you're an aging boomer gamer. You're playing a new game, and you didn't just skill check it, or you didn't just gear check it. You're actually having to use skill. Yikes. I need to get some more gear upgrades. Can I get a +3 staff yet? I'd like a +3 staff to all. Alright, checkpoint. So there's all these checkpoints, but there's no waypoint here. It's just a giant dungeon. I'm way over leveled the zone. That's pathetic. I'm level 17. This is a level 15 zone, and I can't kill stuff. That's how bad. That's how bad. That's how bad this is. Oh man, this is bad. This is really bad. But the good news is that if my first playtime is just terrible through the campaign, we'll only have improvement to go from there. That's the good news. The only way we see is up, right? The only way to go is up. It's just more improvement with more game knowledge. Alright, run away from this. Alright, pull them into the corridor and let Spark do its thing. Come on, Spark. Get them all. Get them all. Can't you? Whoa, hey now. You're supposed to be like projectile piercing and stuff. Spark? You gonna do your thing? There we go. Arc, you gonna do your thing? There we go. Can you bend around the corner? There you go. Hit that guy. Yeah. That guy's summoning more dudes. So we gotta hit that guy. There we go. Risen Rattlers. Okay, so those are the new Spark Skelly mages. Alright, what do we get? Augmentation, Lesser Robust Rune, a Guarded Helm. Alright, there's a golden chest over here. Maybe it'll be good. I wish I had some inspector. It'd be kind of nice. Alright, let's go back to town, drop off. And we gotta be getting close to the boss. He's a very cool boss. Yes, he is the boss. Hope you get game music on. Is the game music not coming through for y'all? I have it on. I have game music on over here. Can you not hear any of the effects? I can turn up the desktop audio. There you go. Let me know if you can hear the sound now. Everyone is slow their first time through the campaign? Oh, thank you, Ring. Not everyone is, right? If I went in with game knowledge, right? If I would have studied before playing, then I would be going through faster. But I didn't. I wanted to come in and give the game a fair shake and not just go, okay, the game's good, and therefore I'm going to just rush to the end game. I wanted to go, okay, I don't know if this game is good. I actually have a preconceived conviction that I think there's going to be a lot of things that I don't like about the game. Mana recovery from flask. What is my belt right now? It's just less? It's just worse? Okay. I think that's better. 30% instead of 20. Alright, these runes. I don't have any items that have a rune socket. I've got so many of these runes. Am I just doing this wrong here? Like, look at all of these runes that I have. I've even got runes over here. Like, look at this. I got runes galore. Can I sell these or trade them or... like... Look at these runes. I've got... look at this photograph. Look at these runes right here. Isn't this an essence? So it should go in the essence tab? Did they not have an essence tab? They do have an essence tab. I can't access this until then? Well... Smack me twice and call me Willie. Like... I'm just trying to Just trying to get my essences in the right spot. Yeah, there we go. Now it'll go in the right spot. But somehow I can't access it. To access this feature. Oh, was this cold or lightning? Upgrades a magic to a rare, adding a guaranteed modifier. Wait, it upgrades, it doesn't re-roll? Does it re-roll? Does it re-roll? Because if it doesn't, I'm going to use it on my staff. Right? Look at my staff. Look at my photo staff. Right? Look at my staff. Plus 2 level of all spells. Plus 22% increased spell damage. So if I use this lesser essence, my weapon will just... It's just gonna get... Oh, but it's not a melee weapon. Right? So can I even use this? Let's try it. Let's try it, and then we can regret it later. Item has the wrong base type, so yeah. So I can't do it because it's not a melee weapon. Okay. Well, the mod on the essence would have been good. Like, if I could have added some lightning spell damage, but it's not lightning spell damage. It's local lightning damage to the melee or to the ranged attack. But it's basically 2 attacks. It's not spells. All right, let's... Is it better to disenchant stuff identified or unidentified? So if I don't identify this, it disenchants for a regal. If I identify it, it still disenchants for a regal. So it's better to look at it. This gives more cold and some int, but this gives life, int, and regen. I feel like I actually want to wear that. Imagine that, actually getting an upgrade. What is... Why did they put so much time and effort into designing so that way you can see your character's helm change? I'm sorry. This is the aspect of me that is... I think I'm just going to keep doing that just for the fun of it. It's seamless. It's seamless. Alright, we're going to turn this in. This is the helm that I no longer want. Alright, that gives me another regal. Let's go drop that in our stash. I've got 3 regal orbs. I have... What else do I have? 3 regals. And 1 orb of alchemy. Bunch of transmutes, bunch of augments. What am I supposed to do with these runes?
Mommy, I'll tell you what the riddle is that do not come down here.
Okay.
I don't have an empty rune socket. Does the item have to roll with an empty rune socket in order for it to work? Huh. But I just have like a million of these. All equipment plus 6 to strength. All equipment plus 6 to dex. Like, how do you drop so many runes, but you don't drop a single item that can use it? Keep them for later? Okay. It's just interesting that the game has them drop for you this early. You can add sockets to gear? Okay, how? Can Renly do that? No, he's all by herself. Like,
If you find a
you have 3 of the add socket currency. 3 add socket currency. Artificials. Oh, adds a rune socket to a martial weapon, wand, staff, or armor. Thank you, Rengar. You're brilliant. Okay, so let's add a socket to my staff. Because this staff is good. We're going to do that. And then what am I going to do? Do I have gains as extra? 20% increased spell damage. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to do that. Alright, so unequip. Stash. You can add 2? This is a mirror tier weapon right here. Let's go. But what if it'll bug and let me use 3? Nope, it won't. Stabs can have 2 sockets. Okay. All right. I think 20% increased. I don't like that I can't just use these to actually craft with. Unstack, place single, place single. Oh my goodness. I just want to craft it. There we go. I just want to craft it. Look at that now. Now it's got 40% increased spell damage. Okay, let's make this GG. Let's make this our GG wand. We're gonna upgrade it by adding a modifier. 9 life gained per enemy kill. Okay, that was totally not worth it, but everything else was. It's good. It's really good. All right, we're not going to roll onto this chess piece because I need to look for a better chess piece. Who had the suggestion for a chess piece? What was the chess piece with spirit? So that way we could have clarity. Somebody had that suggestion. Yeah, that's not a very good roll. That's the 9 life per enemy killed. But it's already got good rolls on it, right? So, you know, what really could it have been? That would have been good. Could have been worse. Yeah, at least it's something that does something for me. It could have been like, I don't know. Could it actually roll melee attacks? I don't know. All right, now with my 40% increased spell damage, eat it. Eat it, white mobs. I feel like my lightning damage definitely needs to roll lucky. Are there unique items that will grant lucky? I'm getting closer to this guy. Getting a lot closer to this guy. Do I have to fight the... I'm going to have to fight the octopus, aren't I? Oh my goodness. I don't want to fight this guy. Oh, there's an arena. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's cool. We take the elevator down. Throne of the Wolf. Alright, we gotta kill these crazed guards. Alright, let's start crushing them bones. Husband, this interloper has the power we need. Kill her and you shall have everything I promised. That doesn't sound like a very loving relationship. That sounds like a pretty meritorious relationship. Like you really have to earn someone's love rather than, you know, just already being married and having love for each other. Sounds like a market relationship, not a marriage relationship. Oh, watch out. Okay. Alright, so he has this huge giant triangle slam that we need to watch out for. He runs across the arena and then he slams. And then he freezes and now he's going to slam again. Oh my goodness, he's a giant wolf. Why is he a werewolf? Why are there lots of werewolves? Whoa! There's a meteor slam. Oh, there's a werewolf. Why is there a werewolf on my screen? Okay, watch out for the giant werewolf. Watch out for the circle. Get out of circles. It's like WoW. It's like old school WoW. Get out of the circles. Okay, he's transforming. He's going to charge me. Oh my goodness, he pinned me. Okay, when he pins, you will die. Get out of the way of that giant slam. Open the cage? Give me what you promised? No. Oh wait, she betrays him? Oh, snap. She betrays him. Now this is lore. This is lore right here. Oh goodness. He's a giant werewolf. He's a giant werewolf with 2 mouths and a sword. Werewolves shouldn't get to use swords. They're already werewolves. No. Werewolves don't get to use swords. Why do werewolves get to use swords? Oh my goodness, this is intense. This is more intricate than like any POE 1 boss. There's more layers to it already. And I'm probably gonna die to it and have to fight him again. This is the putrid wolf. Okay, will Spark bounce off anything right here? I don't think so. The fog is not bounceable. Okay, so he's got... Oh, the freeze. I'm gonna die. He's only at 80%? Oh my goodness. Alright, get out of the way of his... Hey, where are you going, bud?
Up there.
Oh, okay. Alright, thanks for giving me a hug. Can you bring me some water, bud?
Sure.
Thank you, bud. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are some marital issues that come up. Oh boy. Yeah, I can see that. Oh my goodness. Like he's a giant werewolf. Why does he get to use a sword? All right, I'm gonna run out of potions. He's at 70%. All right, he's freezing the ground. Watch out for the frozen ground. Just recover. Recover. Watch the slam. Slams are usually in front of you. Thank you, bud. Very kind of you, dude.
I just tried it.
Okay. So he's there. He's going to charge. Oh, okay. So drop a ball of lightning. Get ready to dodge out of the center. Get ready to dodge out of the center. It's like Veritiana. Ready to dodge out of the center. Get ready to dodge out of the center. Oh, that one I missed. Dodge. Oh, that one. I think I got that one off. Dodge. There we go. Dodge. Yep. Dodge. Oh, dodge. Where is he? I missed him. I missed him. Okay. Okay, freezing breath. Big slam. He's at 60%. Okay. Where do I stand? Stand in a spot where you're not going to be destroyed. Okay, where is he at? He's jumping. I really could have used clarity here before this battle. Really could have used it. I'm using more mana, I feel like, than health. Maybe I just need to be patient. Just be patient. Or die. Okay, we're gonna be hunted. 1, 2, 3, get ready to jump. Oh, I did it too early. 1, 2, 3. Oh, too early again. 1, 2, 3. I like tumbled into him. The first time I was doing it, I had it down, the timing, but now, there we go. Time. It's like after he speaks. It's like after his voice line is when you want to jump. Okay, here he comes back again. He's at 40%. Okay, stay mobile during this. Don't even get damage in. Okay, now we want to stay mobile. He's going to slam. Now we get damage in. Okay, he's going to slash. Freeze. Whoop, watch the slash. Okay, he's going to hit from the sky. And then watch for the breath weapon. He's going to slam. Okay, he's from the skies. No, not yet. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Okay, now I'm hunted. Yep, it's as soon as his voice line is done. It's as soon as the voice line is done. I need to be out of the middle. There we go. Okay, the Gale. Oh, stay mobile. He's gonna jump. Oh, where's Culling Strike when you need it? Yeah! Let's go! Defeat the Iron Court, baby! No deaths! 0 deaths! Yes! Okay, like 25 deaths to Kings of the Mist, but 0 to that multi-mouthed monstrosity.
Where has she taken the beast? I found messages from the desert. From Vastiri? Yes.
Okay, it's not POE 1. It's a completely different game. Okay? Completely different game.
Please, stop the madness.
They can be one-shotted later. The early campaign bosses definitely have a noticeable flask management vibe to them if you don't have overwhelming damage. Okay. Well, I wish I had overwhelming damage. I was trying to upgrade my damage to be that. But there we go. I actually had to, yeah, pay attention. Okay, so we don't want to go back to Ogham Manor. We just, I guess we go back to the encampment. Oh, King of the Mist is a real stinker. Yeah, he was like 12 deaths or something stupid. That was legitimately a dumb amount of deaths. That guy was none.
Is dead. I never thought there'd come a day when such a statement brought relief. We can finally start rebuilding our poor...
All right, Ogham is going to come back now. Woohoo! We're the hero of Ogham. Yeah, I'm no stranger. I even have voice lines in this game now. I still think Una's going to become a bad guy in the future. I think so. She's got that Nessa vibe.
The village has been destroyed.
Then madness has already reached a boiling point.
You must infiltrate the manor and put a stop to this by any means necessary.
Wait, so that wasn't Act 1?
Only a single raindrop in the storm.
That wasn't Act 1?
Pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has been... The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake. So we have a trail to follow.
Okay, follow the beast's trail. No, let's go talk to... Wait, where's Renly? Wait. Oh, Renly moved over here now. Okay, Renly moved here. Lettuce is here. Mortimer is here. Mortimer's got nothing else to say to me except for...
So...
Count is dead.
It's done. The Count is dead for enacting my vengeance. You have some measure of
You don't give me any rewards?
revenge.
Finn, what do you think?
They're all dead, but there's one man who remains with the leadership to carry on. Renly will take good care of us.
Renly.
We'll be just fine here, right? You can ride on out of here with your head held high. Seriously.
I hope you return to guard my back. Okay, well let's sell things that aren't yellow. And then let's ID things that are yellow. A bow. That's got double resistances on it. So I think that's better than what I have. Because that's only got one resistance on it, yeah. Again, look at the character. Look at the detail in the character model that they put in. I now have feathers around my neck. Or I have fur around my neck. Oh, let's disenchant some things. Disenchant. There we go. Alright, more regals to throw into the stash. Alright, we're back up to 2 regals. Soon we'll have 3. Alright, identify all with sin. Oh, he can identify.
Quickly.
Oh, okay. He can identify with X, and he can refund passives as well. Yeah, I don't want to do that right now, though. Alright, follow the beast's trail.
Trail of corruption
Leads east. So east we shall go. You know, that's in Fallout. No, not Fallout. In,
the Vastiri.
not Fallout. What's the... Oh my, a cutscene.
With the beast. Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm.
An actual cutscene.
You heard to the plains of Vastyria. We should find the Marikath caravan.
Beautiful art.
Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
Gotta find a caravan. Okay. Alright. Vastiri outskirts. Blood red and unforgiving sands. The hooded one.
We have arrived. The Vastyria awaits. Good luck to you.
Alright, see you, Mortimer. Act 2. Once verdant plains, now coarse with red sands, with sands red and black. Oh my goodness.
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route, so we should be able to find a Marikath caravan.
They are an honorable people, and I have no doubt they will assist us. Well, I got to make a short out of that final kill, that final moment of killing the Act 1 boss. That felt good. That felt really good. The stupid boss is making me actually skill my way through things and not just gear checking. I just want to hit this button. I just want to hit one. I actually want to hit no buttons. I just want my undead army to kill everything. Look at this giant phallic stone.
The bread bowl of the world, the verdant land of 7 waters, awaits. Be sure to have your toll ready at the gates. Cloth, gems, metalwares, and coin are all accepted.
Very cool. The Wayfarer's Stone.
So, the Marikath.
It reminds me of oh, what's the other action RPG? Oh, what's it called? What's it called? Torchlight. There we go. Torchlight. That's what it's called. It reminds me of Torchlight. Like Torchlight, when you're done with the first act, I think you then go to like the city, but you have to travel east to get to the city. So that's what I was going to say before the beautiful cutscene took place. A desert-themed act to the east. Totally not Diablo 2. Yeah, also Diablo 2. Yeah. Not Titan Quest or Last Epoch. Sorry, Lauren. Torchlight. Yeah, Torchlight 2.
Seeking passage on our caravan? We cannot travel anywhere at the moment. Hyenic raiders are harassing the trade route ahead.
She has got huge horns. Why does she have huge horns on her head? Zarka. Okay, I need to go create a character right now and name them Zarka's Huge Horns. Hang on a second. I'm going to go create another character right now. Create character. Create character. What would she be? She'll be a sorceress. I'm gonna Zarka's Huge Horns. I just want to reserve that name. Sorry, I don't care to play the character. I'm gonna jump back over to my main character, but I just want to reserve that name for all time. That I have that character name, Zarka's Huge Horns. That's when an NPC. Oh man. Wait, why is my WASD? Why is nothing working now? Oh, come on, game. Select a movement type. There you go. When exit to character selection. Go back. Here we go. When an NPC... Wait, why am I frozen? There we go. Come out of stasis. Wait, why? Oh, because I selected movement. Okay, go back to login screen. Go back here to input. Go to controller. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I just blew up the game. Path of Exile 2. Launch the game. All I'm trying to do is reserve a name so I have the name as a meme. That's all I'm trying to do. Zarka's Huge Horns. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make a joke. And the game's like, I'm sorry, you can't do that. We're having trouble logging you back in now that you're being a meme lord. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's beautiful artwork. I want a poster of that. It looks like it should be a magic card, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. Now I can talk to Zarka again. Look at those huge horns! Look at, like, her horns! Those are some honking huge horns. Okay, buy items. What does she sell? She sells charms, Someday they will implement controller hot swap. They said that they were supposed to do that with PoE 2 on the announcement. 6 years ago. Anyway, enough complaining. Volatile Dead. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Bone Blast. This is not as good. This is not as good. This is not as... None of this is as good. So we can be encouraged that what we have is good. Okay, so they're going to need me to help them get their caravan moving. Right? That's going to be Act 3. Or Act 2. And then Act 3 will be we're actually moving. Here's the waypoint. Vistiri outskirts. Defeat the Hyenic raiders. The Wrath Breaker. Okay. This is going to be an interesting map. The land of seven waters kept in verdance eternal by the vigilant Maraketh as seen by the Ardua Akara of Sekima Asala by 1619 C. See, the lore is already way better. There's no doubt about that. I know that, like, I generally don't play PoE 1, genuinely don't play PoE 1 for the lore. But the lore is already better. There's no doubt about that. Is that a centaur wolf? Hyena demons. Okay. There's some guards that are near town. What are these? Oh, the spiders. The little spiders are back from PoE 1. This is a giant battlefield. There's some giant battle that took place here. Why did it get dark all of a sudden over there? Why is it dark? That's kind of weird. Alright, follow the abyssal crack. And close up the abyssal crack. And hopefully get good abyssal drops. Give me some good drops. An exalted orb? I'm okay with that. Do I instantly use it on my staff? Do I instantly slam this? Or do I save it to trade? Yeah, I think we save it to trade. Because I eventually will need more upgrades than just that one staff. Eventually I'm going to get rid of that one staff. If you guys are saying you can actually DPS check that Act 1 boss, like, imagine how bad my gear is. If you can just walk in and be like, yeah, I got the DPS for this. This is a joke. Phased. Get phased. Like, my gear is not SSF. Like, I have bought some things, right? Y'all have seen me buy a couple of things. But, as with all things, like, all things action RPG, there's definitely a way to scale up your stuff. Is there something back here? No. Okay. Find the Hyenic Raiders. Okay, these are the Sand-Scored Dead. Can I get these guys as specters? Maybe at some point I will just, like, respec my entire tree and go minions, but right now I'm very underwhelmed by minions because none of them seem to be permanent. Or they're permanent but very, very limited. Like, 2 free skeletal warriors that do 0.1 damage per second are not worth it. You know? My single target lacks something to be desired. I think that's another reason why that boss fight was problematic. I need to get just a bunch of flat lightning damage onto stuff and then get lucky rolls for damage. Oh, nobody ever answered that question, by the way. Help me out, chat. Are there uniques, or maybe you guys did answer it and I just missed it. Are there uniques that grant you, like, your hits are lucky? Because I know we were looking on the passive tree and it seemed like there were, like, 4 nodes that had lucky on them. But they only totaled a few percentage chance. It was like 50% chance or something. That is a cool looking hyena demon, by the way. The hyena centaurs, those are pretty cool. That's a pretty cool model right there. Terrible specter probably, but just cool looking model. Like, whoever thought to make a hyena centaur? Well, apparently people at GGG. So good job, people at GGG. It's pretty cool. It's really difficult though in a fantasy space that is absolutely saturated with orcs and elves and dragons and zombies and necromancers and ghouls and vampires and werewolves. It's really tough to come up with new monsters. And I think that's actually one of the things that was cool about PoE 1 was like, hey, we're going to do a dark fantasy setting, but the dark fantasy and the magic of the encounter is like, what happens when people have access to magic and they go way too far with it. And like how that magic affected normal beasts. Like when you're walking through Act 2, right, the forests of Act 2, on the way to the forest encampment, you're like, you see what all of the various magic has done to like the apes and the snakes, and it's just like, these are just supposed to be minkies from trees, but now they're horrified, frenzy-charged, power-charged, you know, demonic forces. And all of this is because Doriani and people started shoving gems into their skin. Another Exalted Orb! And an Artificer Orb. Let's go! Okay, defeat Wrathbreaker. Where's Wrathbreaker? Where is he? Is he over here? There's a lot of giant bones that are here. This is a really large area. Is this going to be a huge boss? This is going to be a huge boss. Okay, where's Wrathbreaker? Is he up there? Raiders Cliffs? I can't attack them. They're just hitting me. I need to come up here? Okay, Wrathbreaker. This is a really, really big arena. So I naturally hate it as somebody who's using Arc and Spark. Alright, how do I do damage to the boss? Is he just going to stay up here? He's just going to stay up here. Alright. He charges. He's got a charge move. He's got a sweep move, a slash move. He's got a spear that he puts down. Well, if I can just keep my distance, and if Arc can just keep rocking to him... Does he regen? Did he just regen? Oh, I hate bosses that regen. That's a true DPS check. Did he reset? I think he reset. I think that's what that was. He reset. So he doesn't have regen, he just reset. I probably went too far away from his spawn location, so they didn't like that. Here we go. Alright, Wrathbreaker. I like that his upper half of his body is way bigger than his lower half. That's just kind of a funny little centaur twist. Really strong arms! Little tiny legs! It's fun little character model. Alright, what if I use Spark here? Will Spark bounce off of these walls? It will. Okay. Then I'm going to do this. It's actually worse. Yeah, just use Arc. Keep shocking him. Arc shocks, I think, at 30%, whereas Spark seemed like it was shocking at 20%. Probably a bigger hit, right? Look at all those dogs down there that are like, hey, we're here if you ever need flash charges. But we're not coming up there, by the way. Totally not coming up there. Alright, now this is where I'm going to say this is the disadvantage. I'm going to say Wrathbreaker as a fight, okay? We just fought this epic Act 1 boss. When you compare the Act 1 boss and the variety of moves that he's got to this guy that basically just charges at you and swings and you're just doing dodge roll every once in a while, that feels a little lackluster, right? Why is he not using the slash? Oh, he has another attack? Okay. Well, that would explain it, but that's like, is this all this guy does? Is just a single move? Maybe I locked him into like a single move animation or something, and that was it. All right, let's go back to town and then come back and get this attuned wand and all this other good stuff. If you leash him, his AI gets bugged? Oh, did I accidentally make that fight easier? That's cool. Of course I did. You're welcome, Zarka.
Welcome to the Aduna Agara.
Oh, yes. Zarka's huge horns.
Exchange for your service as a Jingak, and you will have nearly the respect of one of our...
I bugged him. All right, I'm already bugging the game. It's good. That's what playtesting is for. All right, what's our reward here? An uncut skill gem level 5. Couldn't it have been a support gem level 5? Okay, so she can disenchant. Does anybody here ID items? The hooded one? Do you ID? All right, ID items. Thank you very much. Okay, let's disenchant the yellows. Do I have any yellows here? That's a lot of maximum life, actually. That's a considerable amount of maximum life. I should wear that. Okay. That's a considerably more amount of resistances and life regen. What is this? Okay, so let's sell these items. We're gonna sell, and then we're going to unequip this, and we're gonna wear this, and then we're gonna disenchant this and this. All right. Why controller, says Leaf? Leaf, because when PoE 2 was first announced, I was like, all right, I'd like to play Path of Exile on a controller and see what the experience is like. And so, ta-da, PoE 2. Finally, years later after the announcement at ExileCon, when they said, hey, we're going to bring controllers to Path of Exile 2 and make it really smooth and nice. So I really don't have great wrists because of 10 years of playing PoE. So I'm very, very glad... very, very glad to have controller support to a certain extent. It's not full. Like, it's not instantaneous. Like, I would like to be able to play this game and fight bosses and pick up loot with the controller and have the auto-targeting of the controller, and then I would like to use my hands and the mouse for, like, all of this interface. For trading, for talking, for chatting, for typing, for searching, for crafting. That's super duper clunky. But I feel like the controller for fighting is actually decent. For the way how it actually feels in combat. That actually feels decent. For the way how it feels in town and for town management stuff, doesn't feel great. Alright, let's look at the quests. So now we're supposed to enter the Ardurian caravan. Yeah, so we just gotta go back. But I feel like this zone is a lot bigger. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not bigger than that. Alright, so let's go up on the caravan. Okay, so the caravan is pulled by zombies? Oh my goodness, Act 2. The Moving City. Pride of the Sekema Asala. Careful how you say that on stream. Okay, what's up? What's up, hooded one?
Beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient, dead, and unknown horror.
The Countess has some nefarious plan. Okay, so the Countess is like Piety. She betrays people. She's the betrayer. Alright, is there anybody else here to talk to? I think it's just the hooded one. So he IDs items. 18% of damage is extra fire damage? Ooh. It's too bad I'm not a fire. That's a mace. What are my boots? Life and fire res. Alright, hello, Shambrin.
By the sound of your voice, you cannot be Marika.
Is she blind? Is that why her eyes are white?
And armor that might...
Yeah, blindness. Look at that. Boom.
Does the scorpion sting carry less poison at night? In the hopes of taking on fighting duty again, I am still practicing the art of the sword.
Okay.
Red-eyed and
Cool.
Blessings.
Alright, let's sell this. Sell this. Sell this. And then we're going to disenchant. Where's our disenchanter here? Zarka. Disenchant. Zarka! Good old Zarka. Give me some more regal orbs. Alright. Do I have... I have 3 regal orbs and 2 exalted orbs. Apparently you can play local co-op, split screen for PoE 2. You can each play a character on the same account. That's really good news, Tindy. So I could be playing with my son. So my son and I, we could dual stream this. That's pretty cool. One thing to know, you can move the inventory cursor faster with right stick. Oh, nice. Right stick inventory. Okay, nice. Thank you, Lauren. They're not zombies that are pulling the thing? What What are they that are pulling this thing?
I am Asala.
Hello, Asala.
Septima of the Ardura.
Okay, she's the
I
queen.
care
She's the
not where you
boss.
came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingnak. Remain
I'm the
faithful to
Jingnak.
the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us.
Well, that sounds good. Consult with Asla. Okay, so let's go on in here. Hello, madam.
So, the beast has entered the world once more.
Once more.
We were following a trail of corruption.
Wait, is it the same beast that was like Piety's beast? Or is it the Elder? Oh, with all the tentacles. Is it like the Elder's offspring?
The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently is.
I've never been this hyped for lore and POE before. Never. Okay, what are those chocobos that are out there pulling? Okay, those have all had their arms removed. These are Walking Dead zombies. This whole operation would be more efficient if they were dead. Oh no, they have arms tied. They have arms tied. Okay, I see it now. I see it now. They have hands in front of them and arms are tied. I'm like, these are Walking Dead with chopped off arms. But no, they have arms and hands bound in front of them. And then the people, the guards are riding like chocobos. It just looks cool. It looks cool. I mean, it's creepy in theory, like, but it looks cool. All right, let's keep making our way up to more lightning damage. Is there more lightning damage? No, I don't want chance for more stuff. Triggered spells. I just want more damage. Increased physical damage. Stun threshold. Why do I care about stun threshold? I guess stun threshold because when you get stunned, you die, right? I guess that's so many of these wheels. Oh man, the passive tree is a whole other thing to get used to. Exposure you inflict lowers resistances by an additional 5%. Freeze buildup. Increased elemental damage. If you've chilled, or what about if you've shocked? Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Okay, so let's come up here and then we'll go down into here. Right? That sounds like that could be good. Deadly force. Okay, so that sounds like, oh, what's it called? Overcharge, or I forget what it is from POE 1. Where's POB? Where's Path of Building? Where's Path of Building? What's it called? Where you can't crit, or you can't apply ailments from crit, but you do 40% more damage? Elemental Overload. Thank you. That's what it's called. That's what that feels like, Deadly Force. Feels like it's an homage to that. Like, hey, get some crit, and then you do more damage if you've crit. Feels like it's a POE 2 twist on that. Stun threshold is important in this game because you'll end up having, like, half of the life that you have in POE 1. Okay. Good memory, Rengar. Elemental Overload. You called it. Alright. Let's grab, I guess, more strength because that gives me more life. And then eventually I'm going to come in here and do Echoing Thunder. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, the desert map. Okay, so we can teleport to these places to depart for the Halani Gate. So we're here. It won't show it. Here we go. Here's the mouse. We're here. We're like traveling along on this caravan. And so we get to choose to the places that we go. We can go to the Halani Gates. The flow of trade is gone, but the gates remain. Investigate areas of corruption. Or we can go to the Ferrodin Toiled Away. Let's go there. That's cool. That's like old school Red Alert 1990s strategy RTS gaming where you get to choose your mission. I get it's only the illusion of choice. You're going to have to do them all and whatever not. I understand all that great stuff, but it's cool that it's there, that there's a map and you can select a spot. Okay, so this is coming back up onto the caravan. Alright, so now let's see. What can we do? I think I'm going to try and see what our damage is like here, and then I'm going to look for more upgrades. I'm going to trade for more upgrades, because I now have some Exalteds. I have some stuff. The Forsaken Hulk. That is a giant shield, sir. That is a huge shield. That was a single white monster. Okay, Plague Swarm, that's left over from POE 1. Yeah, arc feels good so far clearing. As long as it rolls well. The shock is really good too. The shock value. I feel like the shock value is a thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's definitely putting in some work for us. Oh, there's rare. Oh, he's got temporary bubble. No, don't make me cast less. Am I not doing any damage to him? Maybe his energy shield is just that high. Yeah, let's come fight over here. Come fight over here, where things can bounce. Here you go. Come fight over here, where the wall is, and hopefully spark will bounce, and projectiles will get you. Or is it just better to hit you with arc? It's better to just hit you with arc. Look at that stun threshold buildup, though. It's like, it's next to nothing. It must just be because I'm rolling low. Another corpse to serve me. Summon volatile crags. Sandflesh warriors. What is that giant? A Goliath. Dude. When did Attack on Titan become a part of POE lore? Holy smokes. Giant naked people. Yikes. Maybe we shouldn't even call them people. Giant naked humanoid things. I like the death animation of the guy with the giant shield. He just kind of like falls down underneath the weight of the shield. That's pretty cool. Okay, I like how arc is clearing so far. It's a wheel. Oh, okay. The Wheel of Time, huh? Alright, let's see what we get. Uncut Spirit Gem. Wait, an Uncut Spirit Gem. What's an... Is that not a skill gem? That's not a skill gem. That was something different, wasn't it? That is something different? Uncut Spirit Gem. That is different. Creates a persistent buff, skill gem, or level an existing skill gem to level 5. So this is an aura. This is an aura. Hey guys, can you close the door real quick? And be kind to each other. Ray, can you grab me some water here? Ray, can you grab me a water? Thank you, dear. Hey, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, come here, bud.
Normal water?
Yeah. Ezra, come here, bud. We can't play nice, we won't get to play.
We're not playing. He's upset because he had bags on the floor where I was going to sit, so I moved them so I could sit there.
And I told you nobody plays where you don't try.
Is there another spot for you to sit?
Probably, but I'd have to move the nugget and then...
Okay.
Because I'm laying on the nugget.
Okay, so can you move it?
Probably not, but okay.
There's no more space in that room?
There is.
Okay. All right.
He's not even using Jeffrey's on the table playing other damn places.
Hey, Zeke. Hey, Zeke, you don't get to have the table and the floor, okay? So pick a spot. Pick a spot where you're playing, bud. Whew. All right. Thank you, Ray. Constant renegotiations. Okay, so what should we do here for a support gem? Not a support gem, an aura gem. We could up our Ghost Dance, which is what we have right now at level 4. That's like barely any difference in the duration. 3.85 versus 3.8. I don't feel like that's worth it. Problem is you don't have enough spirit. Oh, true, to reserve something else. Ghost Dance isn't doing much with only 19 energy shield. That's a good point. I guess nothing is going to be doing much, right? Okay. This is a new game concept to me. The Remnants thing. It gives you more mana, so that's good. Huh. I think it's funny that like there's a serious attempt inside this game to make Thorns an actual build. Like, yeah, it's interesting. Cast when stunned in PoE 1 is the most effective Thorns build I've ever played. In any action RPG. I'm just going to save it for right now. I'm saving so much stuff. Oh, this has got plus 32 to Spirit. I should wear that. If I wear this, I now have Spirit, and now I could actually use... Now I could actually use Spirit skills. Yeah. Select. Set minion count. They cost 65 and I have 32. Thorns is actually pretty viable. There was a Thorns build this league. It's not amazing, but it's absolutely playable. Okay. All right, so we got 30 Spirit. So what do we do here? Is there something that can boost my lightning damage? Would Herald of Thunder actually boost it? It's an attack hit. Yeah, it's an attack. So that does nothing for me. Requires a martial weapon. I don't think there's anything here for me. I don't break anybody's armor. Heralds are for attack only, yeah. I guess Iron Ward? Stores a percentage of physical damage that is prevented by your armor. Oh no, it uses it then for damage. No, so that's lame. I feel like they made it so like auras are just not that great. Yeah, this is interesting. I feel like they're not that great. So I at least do have some Spirit now, so we could mess with something. But whoa, there's some Forsaken Hulks here. Jinkies. Hey fellas, let's just call it good. You guys die, and we'll call it good. There we go. Well, that's the first time I got to see them attack. They throw their wheel onto the ground. That's cool. Oh, they leave the wheel. After they set it down, they leave it. Am I gonna die here? Maybe. Let's get them all in a real nice little tight spot, and then let Spark do some damage. There we go. Spark is just a waste of time at this point. Arc is better. It's just better. It's better for bossing. It's better for both single target and for clear. Look at that. It's better for both. Just use Arc. It's higher gem level, I think. That's probably the answer to everything, right? That's pretty much the answer to what we're experiencing through this playthrough. Just get gem levels, and then use the thing that has the highest gem levels. That seems to be the basic stratagem. What's up, beautiful?
Am I allowed in my chair?
Yeah. You're welcome in your chair, dear.
I don't know if I was allowed back in my spot. Take a snack.
They're a nice bonus, but they're definitely not mandatory anymore. Okay, see, in PoE 1, it felt like auras are mandatory. Your whole build is kind of defined by your auras, right? Like, you are actively reducing your offensive and defensive potential by several, like, layers if you are not using an aura, right? So that's the thing.
It appears a sort of necromancy took place here.
Okay, the Book of Manra.
Oh, I found Jumanji.
You found Jumanji. The book or the game?
The picture book.
Oh, nice.
I figured I needed to read it.
Very cool.
If we unite, then they will be brought together.
Alright, so there's Marraketh Freedom Fighters. there's a rare in there? What does he have? He's got extra lightning, volatile crag. So he'll explode from time to time. That's okay. Because he's going to die. That actually wasn't too bad. That rare. Oh, that was double rares. Or maybe that was just that was a single rare. It was a single rare. He just had minions with him. Not bad. I feel like an upgrade to Amulet, upgrade to Boots, upgrade to Ring. I feel like going from Magic to Rare would probably be good. I feel like PoE 2 is harder to gauge, like... Yeah, it's harder to gauge damage because of the way how supports work. Because you're not just looking for highest, more multiplier. It's a different game, right? This is what we were talking about earlier. PoE 2 is definitely different from PoE 1. The way you scale things is different. It's not necessarily that that interactions are that different, right? It's still like you're trying to stack interactions between passive tree, between items, between ascendancies probably, between unique interactions, but I definitely feel like the game is... That's going to sound really weird to say, but I'm going to try saying it. Try to put it in this way, and we'll see what you guys think, if you can help me clarify. PoE 2 feels like it's just more convoluted. It feels more complex in like trying to scale things. But again, I'm still coming from a new player perspective versus 10 years of playing PoE 1. But I feel like playing PoE 1, a big thing for understanding scaling is understanding the difference between increased and more. Right? If you can understand those two concepts in PoE, that'll get you a long way, both for offensive and defensive purposes. Like understanding flat additive and percentage multiplicative scaling, that will get you a long way in PoE 1. And I'm sure there's things to understand about PoE 2 that are similar-ish, right? If you just understand one or two core concepts, it'll open up a lot of understanding. But like, y'all are saying that the stun threshold thing is really important and really good, and I'm like, I don't feel like I ever get stunned. But maybe I was getting stun locked in King of the Mist fight, and that's why I was actually losing that fight so much, right? So we'll see. In time, right? In time, I'll develop more of a sense of what's actually good and what's not. And also, if I actually look at spoilers and I look at what's meta and what people are picking, that'll probably help as well. And finishing the campaign as well on one or two characters. Those are all things, right, that give more game knowledge. And action RPGs are all about game knowledge. Look at how that's off-screening. Did you see that? So it was hitting the Hulk, and then it was off-screening stuff all the way to the left. That's really good. Off-screening is still alive and well. It's just not off-screening with Herald explosions. It's off-screening with auto-targeted abilities through your controller. Proximial... What was that? Proximial tangentiality? Like, can't you just... Yeah, proximal tangibility. Can't you just say what it does? That's obnoxious. Just tell me what the mob does. I shouldn't need to pull up PoE Wiki when I'm looking at a monster in-game to know what it does. That's always been a complaint. Whether that's with PoE 1 or 2. You should just be able to read in-game to see what's that monster actually doing. Alright, we'll see you, Lauren. Thanks for your comments and for your helps. They remove power from passives and supports. Now 90% of the power comes from your items. Oh. So finding a really good unique item then is essential. For each aura you take, you miss out on a 6-link active skill. That's fair. But I don't want to have like so many active skills. Like if I'm already locked in for using an animation for one skill, unless I specifically have multiple skills that are playing off of each other, like ED Contagion or like Flame Wall plus a projectile. Like unless I have two things that are very clearly playing off each other and giving a symbiotic like bonus to each other, I kind of don't want to do that, right? I kind of would much rather just choose to use one skill. Maybe use 2 skills, one for single target and one for more clear. But I'm also not like the target audience anymore, right? I'm a boomer. I am no longer in the, hey, I'm in college and I will just no life this game for 24 hours on opening weekend. So I get that I represent a different demographic maybe than what I used to represent, right? That's how time works. We all change in our demographics over time. All right, let's pull this up. Let's go to the Arda Caravan. Let's sell things. The artwork is pretty cool. Like the artwork. Okay, let's identify, and then let's go sell and disenchant.
Speak up.
Disenchant. This. Disenchant. Wasn't there another rare in here? Nope. I guess not. I guess not. So just sell. Alright. +2 to level of all projectile skills. Oh, that sounds good. Too bad I already have my weapon. Gain fizz as extra. I think my flask that I have is I just gain charges per second, which is really helpful for these boss encounters. But let's go to my stash and let's craft on this for a second. Where's... Stash this here. Do I have an augment? Oh no, I don't have a alteration. That's what I'd need. Not an augment. I'd need an alteration. Do we have alterations? Maybe not. So never mind. Alright, so let's drop this off. Stash. Stash. Improves quality on an armor. Engraved scale gem. What do I want to upgrade? I don't know if there's anything to upgrade. Spark I could upgrade. I'm just basically playing Arc and Orb of Storms right now. So I think we just leave them there. Alterations do not exist? Oh! So how do you spam magic items then? Most skills combo with like 3 or 4 other skills in this game? Okay. When I played Arc, I used Orb of Storms, Flame Wall, Frost Bomb. Let's try the Flame Wall. Right, let's try Flame Wall. Where is Flame Wall? Let's try it. Because it's a projectile. Right? Buy a bunch of white bases, slam and pray. Welcome to POE 2 crafting. Oh, Jason, is it really? That's really what it's like? Wowee. Okay. We're going to socket this in X. There we go. So we'll flame wall, and then we will... Yeah, we'll flame wall, and then we'll arc through it. That's the plan. Okay. Do I have any support gems? I don't think I do. I got the spirit gem. That's it. Oh, I've got a level 2 support gem. Ignite. That would go with Flame Wall. Rising Tempest. What does this do? 12% more elemental damage for each skill used recently of a different elemental type. Okay, so is this why you played what you just described, Tinda? Right? So you'd want to use a cold skill, a fire skill, and a lightning skill because then... Because right now, just with Flame Wall and with Arc, that's 24% more damage. Right? Huh. I think we do this. I think we do this and give it a shot. Rising Tempest. And we try and socket this in... Wait, that's Clarity. Clarity, which can now go there because I have enough spirit for it. And... Wait, where did the other one go? What? No, I don't want it in... Select. Manage sockets. I don't want it in Firebolt. Unequip. Thank you. I want to socket this into Arc.
I thought you not to come down here.
There we go. Okay. Alright, so Flame Wall. If I had another rapid casting, that'd be nice. I have another Regal Orb. I think completed? Is that another one? Not quite. I have 3. So let's...
This is awesome. I will keep it in here.
Let's go see if we could upgrade this... who's it? This amulet. Let's go see. I've got a couple of Regal Orbs. Let's go take a look here real quick. Let's go search amulet. What level are we now? We're level 19. Alright, so let's go look. Level 19. Amulet plus all. Okay, so it's an Exalt. How much does this roll up to? Apparently just 1. This gives life regen per second, and it's worth an Exalt. This gives resistance and life, worth an Exalt. This is a lot more life. I don't need the accuracy. Don't tell me that in PoE 2 all of a sudden spells need accuracy. I think we're going to go for... Okay, so this is why people then sell blue items for a decent amount of money, because you can't re-roll it. So, do we have Scourings? Does PoE 2 have Scourings? Like, can we recraft bases or no? Is something just finished as an item? Is that how they're making it so that way white bases are worth more now? That'd be interesting. Let's do this one. Let's direct message this person. And let's see if that person is there. And then let's do the instant buyout. Is there any... Oh my goodness, 5x to buy something like this. Jinkies. Okay, well we're at 2 right now. Just to buy a +1. Ugh. Okay, what about boots? Annuls are super rare, and there are no scours. There is no way to go down in rarity. Wow. Okay, so they... Again, they really did take a lot of concepts from Ruthless and apply them to PoE 2. Like, I want to say that, like, PoE 2 is Ruthless. But there's kind of some truth to that, I feel like. The more I'm learning about things, about crafting and power levels and how they want us using all sorts of different skills and scaling skills. Feels a little bit like Ruthless was indeed prep for PoE 2. Just saying. Okay, so that combo does a lot more damage. Using multiple skills actually does do damage. It is confirmed. Confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, 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 bam. We've got breaking news. Bam, 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 bam. Anybody remember old NBC News, the ticker? If you use Flame Wall and then you use Arc, it does more damage. Does it actually have a chance? It is lowering their fire resistance, eh? Is that what we're seeing? That's what it looks like. Because they got the little fire symbol on them. Huh. So good call. Good call, Kappa. Really good call. If you play SSF now, you just have to buy boatloads of stash tabs to keep all your white items. Oh, that's funny. So really, it's secretly a marketing ploy to sell more stash tabs. It's a good thing I have like 50. My goodness. Well, those are cool looking monsters. Are those like walking swords? It's kind of cool. Arc feels really good for the amount of chain that it has. I feel like I don't need +1 chain. Maybe +1 chain would do more than what I think it would do. But right now I feel like I pretty much hit everything that's on the screen. When there's something on the screen. Alright, 10% increased elemental damage, and then we'll have 30% increased elemental damage if you've shocked an enemy recently. So that'll be good. I feel like it's a little bit like POE 1 in that you eventually get your build kind of online in Act 2. Okay, here's a boss. Here's a boss. Yeah, here's a boss. It's definitely a boss. Oh, okay. You don't have to, though. You really don't have to. You really don't have to. Show me insane. Oh my goodness! I nearly died there. Okay. That was spook. Spooktacular. I want to do that move. Can I do that move? Holy piety. That's like Piety's giant circle move. You know? Quit throwing grenades at me, yo. See, I don't think stun threshold mattered right there. I think is that our first death today? I think that's our first death today. Holy smokes. Alright, we'll try this boss one more time. And then we'll see what we can do. Since Arc is a projectile now, it also stacks with multiple projectiles for the full Palpatine experience. Alright, drop this. And then start casting like crazy. I have a feeling I don't want to stand too far away. Oh my goodness. But if I get close, it's not great either. But she's actually trying to create distance. Yeah, she's trying to create distance by jumping backwards. Yeah. So I need to drag her out into the middle of, like, this zone. But she's going to be able to do her giant flamethrower and I'm just going to die. Okay, so she's got like a chaos dot. Holy smokes. Yeah, that hurts. Just stay mobile. Be patient and stay mobile. I think we're done fighting her. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm not interested in fighting her anymore. I mean, she's the boss of the area very clearly, but I need to get some upgrades. Holy smokes. Like maybe another level again? I don't even know. That's pretty much a guaranteed one-shot. Well, she does it. I mean, there we go. Is she running? Is that what she's doing? She has like a charge up and she runs around? I feel like I'm probably getting stuck in one spot. Not being stunned, but I'm not paying attention to the animation of whatever it is she's about to do. Hey, what's up, Belts? It's good to see you as well. Long time no see. I've still been around, but you know, POE, off and on for the last couple of years, has been more or less hype from time to time, so been doing some other things with my hobby time. But it seems like POE 1 is back on a good development cycle again. I hope. Fingers crossed. And I decided I would give POE 2 a try. Because after years of being a skeptic and of being a hater, I got sick of all of the comments saying, yeah, well, you don't even play POE 2, so what is your opinion worth? Okay, alright, well, If I at least play through it once, I'll be able to say back to people, I actually have played POE 2, and here's my critiques, and here's the things that I like. So, yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to catch you live. I have done some streaming on Twitch, like for League launches and stuff over the last couple of years, but I feel like it's silly to have like a Twitch and a YouTube presence when I'm not a full-time streamer. So it feels like it kind of divides things for you all, whether you're more on YouTube or more on Twitch. So, all right, so she is definitely the boss of this zone. So that means we gotta fight her. Okay. Every time I have to fight that boss, I go to town to buy fire res. Should I just buy fire res charms? Is that what you mean? Like, fire res charms? Okay, rare. Disenchant. If it's rare, disenchant. Okay. Sell. Sell, sell, sell. 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 Okay, so let's look to see. Rahab, can you close that door, dear? Those boots have got a lot more life. What is my fire res at the moment? It's probably all my res is probably terrible. Yeah, 7% fire. Ooh. You know what I need? I need a belt. I think I still have a magic belt and magic boots. Actually, my belt has fire resistance on it. So do my boots. Those are like the slots that have it. It's kind of a bummer. Okay, well this ring is terrible. Let's go get some upgrades here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Can you close the door when you kids leave? Thank you. Oh, just buy any fire resistance gear I can find? Yeah. Alright, so let's... So we can't buy any of these. Because all of these are too much. So, we're going to clear the filters. We're going to look for a belt that's got fire resistance. And maybe some life. And let's see how much it's going to cost. Oh, I need to still put maximum level. Maximum level is 20. Has 2 charm slots. It's got some pseudo life on there. Increased charm effect duration. Man, resistances are really low. That's for an X. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's travel to that hideout. Let's get 34 life and 20 res. $34 life, 20 res. Apparently stuff that's just a blank white item is worth that amount. It's worth an X. That's crazy. That really is quite crazy. Okay, so that gives us a lot more max resistances. Do I have a fire charm? I think I have a fire charm. Oh, why am I in X2? How do I switch between X? Go down here to the bottom. Okay, teleport to the caravan. Alright, let's see. There's the waypoint. Here's the stash. I thought I had a charm. No, I guess I don't. I thought I had a fire charm. Maybe Zakara was selling one. No? Maybe somebody else was selling one? Maybe I'm just imagining things. Yeah, I'm just imagining things. At some point, somebody was probably selling one. Charms are useless against one-shots because you have to get hit once to activate them. That's a good point. I've noticed that the campaign in POE 2 can feel really punishing unless you really have good gear or are playing a very meta leveling build. Yeah, King of the Mists was terrible. When I played King of the Mists, I I should make a short out of that. Like how many deaths that took for me to try and even get through that. About her charge attack, you just have to keep good dodge rolling for that section. Yeah. Maybe so.
Should we use baking soda?
Maybe so. Alright, so let's put this into low level here. Let's stash this, stash, stash, stash. Alright, and then... I'm trying to think what else I could do. Armor, that's fire resistance. I could put a rune socket in here. Let's do that. Let's... Actually, I should look at a chest piece first to see what the cost is. Right, before we start crafting on this. Let's go and look at what is a chest piece like with fire res. Okay, so let's look for body armor. Bramble Jack. Regenerate 5% of maximum life per second while surrounded. Wowee! That is quite a bit of... There's some fire and some life regen. Ashrend, the Pathfinder coat. Cannot be ignited. That's a div. Oh my goodness. Alright, go to max buyout. Trade filters. Like 2 or less. There we go. Alright, who's got the best fire res? There's this Ashrend. That just sounds good. But it's 9,000. I don't think I have 9,000 coin. Yeah, I have 4,000 coin. That's a bummer. Instant and in person. There we go. Go back up to fire res. I got cilantro, lime, white corn chips, and fresh deli salsa. Oh man, you're making me hungry right now. That sounds good. All of these are instant buyouts. Yeah. For 9,000. They're all 9,000 for uniques. Okay, so let's do this as any non-unique. Let's narrow it that way. And then let's look for top fire res. Okay, here's one for 1 regal orb. It's got some life. It's got some fire. Here's 1 exalted. Thorns damage, baby! It's got more life on this one, though. Plus 50 to stun threshold. And it's got armor. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. And then we can throw some runes on it, too, if we wanted to. Buy the item. And now let's equip the... Well, we're not going to equip the item. We're going to... Oh, Ainge is the new Faustus. Good to know. Where's my stash? Here's my stash. Now I would like to stash that somewhere. Oh, but now I don't have enough spirit. That's right. Oh, no. So now I'm going to lose my my clarity regen. That would give me cold resistance and fire res. So let's do one of these. And let's put on a fire res for right now. There we go. Alright, let's equip that. That should make a little bit less work of this particular fight. It should. We'll see. Okay, is my portal still up? Yes. I feel like in POE 2, portals stay up, even like in between logouts. Does anybody else feel that as well? Is that a thing? Okay, so now my fire resistance is up to 48%. So we went from 7 to 48. So let's see if that makes a difference. My damage didn't change at all. I feel like she is stunning me with that grenade, though. Is that like a flashbang or something when she says Eye of the Sun? Oh, there goes the the charge. Okay, there's the charge move. There's the charge move. Which that time I didn't die from it, at least. Well, she speeds up. She speeds up. Okay. Okay, now she's gonna charge me. Whoa, nope, now she's gonna burn me. Now what's she doing? And now she's gonna charge? Nope. Okay, now she's gonna... Nope. Now she's gonna... Nope. Nope. Now she's gonna... Nope. Oh, there she's charging. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's a lot of... Now is she gonna slam? Nope, she's gonna burn again. Okay. Burninator. Okay, stay away. Stay away. She gonna do the thing? Yeah! No! 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 Okay, we survived the thing. Nope. Okay, let's watch out for the thing. Oh, she definitely stuns with that one grenade. Okay, we just need to stay patient and keep moving. Stay patient. Keep moving. Whoa, 1, 2, 3. Nope, but I survived it that time. So she's not one-shotting me at least because of the fire resistance. That was the key. I really think that was the key. So that was a good call. Upping fire res. There we go. What's up, Cable Guy? Welcome back. It's good to see you. That was good. So imagine upgrading items actually is helpful. And we got an uncut skill gem level 6. So now we can hopefully upgrade, I think, our arc to level 6. Can we upgrade? Upgradable arc. Let's go. Yep. Confirm that. All right. We got 2 more Regal shards and a rare. Okay, so who is this? Risu. Winds praise you.
1,000 praises, my friend.
1,000 praises. How about 1,001? All right, well, it's good to meet you. Use the desert map to travel to the Halani Gates. Okay, so we finished this zone. There we go. We did it. So we got this zone done. And so now we go back to the map device. I like that they teach you how to use a map device early, right? By traveling to different zones. This is clearly foreshadowing for endgame stuff, right? Choosing to use a desert map. It's very reminiscent of Kirak, standing over the maps there. So now we're going to go to... we already did that one. We're going to go to the Halani Gates. This definitely reminds me of my first time through. Good job, though. What skill did you choose? What skill did you choose? I was going to choose minions, but then needed to come away from minions because they were temporary. They were all temporary.
The Halani gates are closed.
The Faradin hold them in defense of the beast. We have to find another way. Okay. So we will... Wait. Return to the caravan? Okay.
Well, I used it, and there was a hole in the box after I used it. Or, like, I found it after.
Alright, so... Talk to Risu. So now we go up to Risu. And the gates are closed.
He planned to close the gates to prevent the Marquette from interrupting his harvest. A siege from the front would be...
No siege. Okay, so there's a secret way. We're going to go in the secret way. We're going to espionage our way in.
Raised their new king from the grave, and he seeks our city of the dead lies beyond Halani gates. Let us see if this...
Are they making banana bread? They finally making banana bread that they were told 3 days ago that they were doing? There you go. We'll see. We'll find out. I just like watching this, by the way. This is just cool to just stay here. This should be my new screensaver. Like, these people aren't temporary. Right? These are permanent minions. Why don't I get to have permanent minions? The Zarka's Asala Ashamhuba gets to have permanent minions pulling her traveling castle. Why don't I get to have just like a handful of permanent minions that do PvE for me? Oh, you used Arc as well? It needs good gear with plus skill levels. So this is what's been carrying me, I think. I think this has been what's been carrying me. So we actually bought this as a blue item that had 22% increased spell damage, 27 max mana, and plus 2 to level of all spell skill gems. We then Exalted Slammed, gained 9 life per enemy killed on it, and then we put in 2 runes that gained increased spell damage. So, yeah. I think that's what's carrying me at the moment for my damage. Alright, let's go talk to Shambrin. What a sham. What a sham. There is something I wish to ask you. The traitor Balbala.
She's still sealed there, somewhere along the tunnel, as an undying djinn. She served her sentence long ago. But
okay, so we got to free a dying djinn.
Sans guides you.
That's what we're going to do. Use the desert map to travel to the Traitor's Passage. Alright. So now we're going to a djinn. Wait. What? Depart for Traitor's Passage. It's weird that it's not another spot on there. It should be another spot. Why is it not another spot? Minions are resummoned when they die if you have spirit. Yeah, but they're not permanent, Bell. Like, I was using Unearth. And Unearth requires a corpse. And then after you have a corpse even, the minions that you summon from Unearth last for like 15 seconds or something silly. It's like, that's not a minion in my opinion. That is a temporary spell that does some damage. That's super conditional. Like Unearth does like a little bit of damage on its own. This is more guys here, but it's so conditional it's not funny. It's so conditional. I'm gonna have to be spamming my mana bar now because I'm using a chest piece that no longer gives me all that spirit. That's dumb. Okay, so what could I be using to reserve my spirit? Because I'm using something. Ghost Shroud? I'm using Ghost Shroud. Which is only recovering like a little bit of my Ghost Dance. There we go. Toggle this aura off. And then toggle... Boggle? Where's my toggle? Where did my... Clarity? Because it's a support. Clarity's no longer its own skill. That's why. Man, I'm so silly. Okay. So I need to get Spirit back. Oh well. Unearth is just summon Phantasm with that unique staff that makes them summon from corpses. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right, Kappa. And, like, why do I want conditional damage? Okay, like right now, this is already a 2-button build, right? I'm going to press, whenever a monster actually shows up, I will press my Firewall. Here we go. And then I will press Arc, right? And now I'm just pressing Arc. The whole point of playing a minion build, and like the whole appeal from POE 2, from the hype, and from the trailer, and from the excitement, and from the announcement, was like, first off, you're not going to have sockets being the thing that limit you off of your gear because we're getting rid of jewelers and fusings. So now your gems can like go up to 6 sockets and 6 links and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, that's incredible. Imagine having zombies and skeletons and animate guardian and specters out and they're all 6 linked. That's incredible. Now I understand there's like power issues and like power level things that GGG would have to balance around. But the concept was there for you to have a full-on undead army that was truly worthy of being called an undead army. And then it's like zombies in this are temporary duration minions. Where was it? Yeah, the skeletal snipers were permanent, but the unearthed guys are temporary. The zombies are temporary. Summon Raging Spirit is an aura, and it has a chance to summon. You're not even always necessarily in charge of it, if I was understanding that right. So it's like it can't be its own kind of like standalone thing. So what I was saying with the unearthed minions, the temporary minions, is it's like SRS with extra steps. Like if I already have to summon a temporary minion to do damage, I don't want to have to wait for this other condition, which is to have corpses to actually deal that damage. I just want to deal the damage. You know? Like from a player standpoint, that doesn't feel good. There we go. I use Spark as my pot breaker. Oh, there we go. Another skill gem. Is he stuck there? He is stuck there. Haha. Whoop. I was about to be stuck there. So, hopefully that's not too much of a rant, but that's... Like, the whole point of playing minion builds, or one of the points of playing minion builds, are that they're Swiss Army knives for problems in action RPGs. If you want to play more defensive, you can. If you want to play more offensive, you can. If there's a specific monster type, like if you want to play with less clicks, you can. If you want to play with more clicks and a more active playstyle, you can. Minions have kind of filled in because there are so many great minion skill gems in POE 1. Minions have kind of always been a jack-of-all-trades Swiss Army knife sort of option for almost any playstyle, which maybe they wanted to get rid of that. Maybe that's a design problem. I don't know. But it's like, what is the space that minions are at? I just don't know. I've only played through, barely finished Act 1 and just now playing through Act 2, right? So maybe endgame they're really good or something like that, but minions not being permanent at all just reduces the number of playstyles that they can be into a temporary, just a temporary kind of playstyle. At least for early game. Which, granted, you could say, well, how many people use skeletons and zombies in Path of Exile 1 and Act 1? I think the answer is a lot, actually. SRS, it wasn't that long ago. What was that, a year and a half ago? SRS was like primary, even racers used SRS. For a couple of the racers, not that long ago. On like some super non-summoner based characters. Like, we're talking like champions and stuff using SRS and just weird things. Okay, this is going to be a boss. Oh, are they going to use that giant hammer? Are they going to swing a giant hammer at me? Oh, it's the Djinn. Okay, here goes the Djinn. Okay, let's see what Balbala, the traitor, does. I've noticed that when we fought like Draven, trying to play around the middle was a good idea. But maybe that's not going to be good here, because that looks like that's chaos that drips out of the middle. So that doesn't sound so good. Okay, so she does like a barrel roll. Barrel roll dive. She throws a grenade. She has a slow travel towards you, and then she swipes. And then she does a chaos attack, and then she slams. Barrel roll. Okay. Alright, she's gonna slam me. Chaos. Knives. That's just like... That's an old POE skill, right? Blade fall. That's what that looked like. Oh, she doesn't like me talking about POE 1. Oh, she's gonna knife me. She's gonna thunder blade me. Grenade. Now she comes at me and attacks. She really makes you stay mobile. Maybe part of the reason why they wanted minions to die was because having passive damage up kind of defeats, like... It kind of defeats the whole let's design bosses where players actually have to be paying attention and choosing when to have DPS go up or down. You know? Maybe that's another aspect of design choices. Wait, would that Spirit of Valhalla not have come up if I did not run into it? She's got a pretty cool spectral throw going on there. Got a GMP Spectral Nova throw. Oh, hey now. Well, I'm keeping my flash charges up, so that's good. Where is she? Where is she? I don't know. There's poisonous gas. She's right there. There's poisonous gas all over the place. Okay. Okay. So it's a little bit like you're just gonna die. Where is there a spot that there's not poisonous gas there? Oh. Poison SRS is a very good build in PoE 1 right now. Yeah, SRS is really good. There's lots of things that are good in PoE 1 right now. Don't use temporary minions. You can get 25 plus permanent minions. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful I can get a bunch of permanent minions. I'm hopeful for that. Okay, so let's try this again. Maybe if you were a minion build... Maybe if I had my permanent minions up right now, it should be easier, right? Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, I'm not trying to dog on SRS, by the way. Please make no mistake about that. SRS is in a fine spot. I think there's things that could be buffed in PoE 1. I'm just talking about how, like, minion builds in action RPGs in general have been kind of like Swiss Army blades, right? Swiss Army knives, with the ability to be jack of all trades on a lot of things. That doesn't mean that every action RPG has to follow that mantra, by the way. Okay, this is a little bit like, oh, which, is it Minotaur? Minotaur that you have to go find the spirit in the clouds. So you have to go underneath her to summon her back up. Okay, there's the blades and then the blade blast. Okay, she's gonna die. She's gonna dive again. Alright, so once she does the toxic poison thing, let's see, where is there room to go? Is it with the coins? No, the coins turn into the spirits, right? Maybe the coins are the key here. Because she drops, like, AoE circle coins. Or maybe those are just remnants. Collect all the coins! We're playing Mario here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Collect all the coins. And then the genie will be happy. Alright, so here she is. She's gonna slam. She slams after you get close. Whoop. Watch the jump. There we go. Watch the jump. I wonder if Flame Wall and Arc interact in a way that they're actually not supposed to, where like if at any point in time the Arc hits the Flame Wall, is it applying the damage for the whole sequence, for the whole line? Or is it just after it touches, you know? Because of the way how it chains. I feel like I'm not going to complain about it. Just feel like that's a thing. Okay, I need to find her. There she is. Okay, now the gray goop is coming again. Whoop! Let's not die to the green goop. Okay, more spirits. Spiritus Sanctus. Nope. There we go. Nope. Oh, she totally bugged out there. That was great. She was like, aha, I'm trying to hit you. I'm trying to do my spin move. I'm poisoned. Whoop, that hurts. Okay, where is she now? Okay, green stuff, green stuff, green stuff. Slam stuff. Alright, it's the green stuff that's scary. Green, scary stuff. Okay, swords. Get out of the way of the swords. Get out of the way of the slam. Oh, watch the slam! Use health potions. Use health potions. Alright, we did it! It only took, what, 3 tries? Was that 3 tries on her? Or 2? The arena filling up is a soft and rage mechanic, kind of gatekeeping the trial, so you have enough DPS before attempting trials. Oh.
I think not.
Interesting. Assist Asala in opening the gates. Oh, I can't pick that up? Okay, fine. Let's go sell things. Whew. I mean, it seemed like there was one time where the whole room just like filled up with that garbage. That's what it seemed like. But then the next time it seemed like it basically that green goop stuff never went anywhere else. I don't know. Disenchant. Anything else to disenchant? +3 to level of all melee skills. I feel like that's worth keeping. I feel like I should not vendor that. Okay, let's sell. This I feel like I should list that, right? Because there's totally people playing this game right now. Right? Stash that. Is this a publicly listed? Wait, where? What? Publicly listed. Each individual item is priced. Wait, did that work? Okay, good. All right, then how do I set the price on here? Edit search, toggle chat. No, it's edit search, clear search. See, this is what I'm talking about. The controller for actually interacting with stash tabs and stuff is not good. Sales. Confirm. Okay, so then when I'm in here, just let me stop. Okay, there we go. Now when I want to sell this, set item note. There we go. We're gonna sell for one. We're gonna sell for 1 exalted. Save changes. There we go. We figured it out, chat. We did it. The time it filled up, did something happen to your PC? No? I just died. Why, is something going on the stream? Something happening on the stream? It looks like the stream is all good. Stream health says it's good. I don't know. Alright, here's Shambrin. So you released Balba from her prison, and she fought well.
She may now earn her redemption with the ancient.
She will tell you what to do next. Okay. Alright, what's she going to tell me to do next? Okay, we have some more Regal shards. I got some uncut skill gems to level 6. I have completing this trial will allow you to choose your ascendancy quest. Guys, did I just ascend? Oh, did something happen to your PC that you're playing on console? No, I just always have wanted to play Path of Exile on controller. And so I thought, for PoE 2, I thought it was supposed to be much more portable, like instantaneous between controller to mouse and keyboard, which is what was promised years ago for Path of Exile 2, but it's not there yet. But I'm nonetheless giving it a shot with the controller. Yeah. So, completing this trial will allow you to choose your ascendancy class. Take this item to the trial of the Sekimas. Okay. So I have to use this to listen to Balboa. Okay, so she's gonna like let me go and do the quest. Yeah. Yeah, I will prove myself worthy. And you will give me more player power. I hope. I hope. Alright, so we used this already. I already did use this. Okay. Let's level up. What can I level up? Upgradable. Let's upgrade Flame Wall. We're going to confirm that. And I think... Is there anything else that I want to do here at level 6? I think that's pretty much what I want. Level 7, we get Elemental Weakness. So I think that's what we want to do. Orb of Storms would also be good. And then we still have a gem level 6 if we need it. I don't think you're ready, to be honest, but it'll be a good experience. Oh man, no, I will probably get crushed. I would get crushed. So where am I supposed to go? Next we are to go to somewhere. Ascent to power. Assist Asala in opening the gates. So that's where we're supposed to go to. No, we already did this. Travel to Trader's Passage. We already did this. So where do we need to go to next? Have her open the gates. Wait. The gates. This is Trader's Passage. Trail of Corruption. Ascend Trader's Passage to the top of the gates. Okay. So let's keep looking here then. So this is the right place to be, I think. But maybe not. Maybe this is the wrong place to be. Let's watch Ark just blow everything up. Look at that. That's fantastic. That damage is fantastic. That damage is legitimately good. That's certainly better than what we've had all the rest of the campaign. Look at that. We'll take that. That's good damage. Alright, Org above Augmentation. Regal. The question is this ascending or is this descending? Because it says Ascend Trader's Passage. Oh, this feels like another boss encounter. Nope, just a dead end with monsters. Okay. Cool. Any zone that feels like vaguely larger than a tight hallway is like, oh, is this a special boss? Which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's definitely a different game though. I'll just echo what I said the other day. This is definitely a different game. Okay, so this is the way through. And we already did it. Yeah. Alright, so this was the way through. We can go back to town. Wish you felt that good on bosses? Yeah, if only. If only. Well, that's where item upgrades come into play, right? Alright, let's drop these all off. Drop this off. Oh, we can drop this off. Low, Act 1 gear. Drop all this stuff over here. Alright, travel to the Trader's Passage. That's where we were. Ascend Trader's Passage. That's where we were. That's the Dread Engineer. We did that. We did all of these. Was there something behind there that I was supposed to get? Let's go to the checkpoint. Was there something behind the boss that I was supposed to get? Let's travel here. Okay, so the boss was this direction. I am the Apex, dude. That's me. Alright, let's go pick up the stuff that we never picked up. There we go. Was there anything in here? No? There's just a giant Buddha statue. Hello, Buddha! Giant Buddha statue. Alright, let's go over here to passives. Alright, Echoing Thunder. That's what we've been looking for. 30% increased damage if you've shocked an enemy recently. That's going to be good. Is the game sound echoing for you? I like my sequels to be different from the first one. If they're not, I might as well just play the first one. That's fair. Artificer's Orb. Nice. That's another one. Look at using checkpoints like a pro. Yeah, that was... Dude, that was legitimately one of the first things that impressed me about this game. Like, legitimate, shock-faced, clickbait, you know, thumbnail for YouTube video. Like, oh, like, this is so cool. Like, if you're going to have massive zones, you got to have a quick way to get around, and they did it. They have these checkpoints, which are really, really cool. I'm not sure if I like the giant zones part. I think part of the reason why giant zones can be good, as an argument for giant zones, is less load times. You're just inside screens less, right? Because each zone takes up more time to actually go through. So that, in general, is a good thing. Less time loading, more time playing. But the counter argument to that is, well, with monster density, especially with the changes coming to monster density in 0.4, at least for top-end players, for endgame players, right? It's like, well, if there's less monster density, that means there's more time that I'm just running between packs in a game that doesn't have travel skills. And that doesn't feel great. How are they doing out there, dude? I'm running out of mana killing this guy. I really need to get my spirit back so that way I can have clarity up. There we go. Transmute. They'll keep iterating until it feels good. Hopium? Yeah. I mean, that's what people have said with POE 1 for years, right? About anything that feels bad. It's just like, that's why, like, the 4.0 discussion, I think, is so pivotal. Like, we've been promised 4.0, and POE 2 came out instead of 4.0, and it's like, anything that's going to be a genuine improvement to either of these games that are major improvements, it takes time. It takes time and people working at their job and being given time to develop those things, but yeah, I think there's a lot of hurt feelings and mistrust that's been kind of built over the last just couple of years with the way how announcement and transition inside Grinding Gear games and employees and change and turnover and promotions, and I personally would say a moment, just an individual moment for me where things definitively took a where GGG's communication took a change, was when their community director, you know, decided to step down, or that was a big change, like, because she did a great job at communicating with the community, keeping us up to date, teasing different things, and like, for anybody that was like, oh, I wonder if somebody else will just do her job and do the same things that she did, the answer to that question is no, and you can just look at that now. Like, we don't get item teasers like we used to. We don't get gem teasers like we used to. There's not nearly as much promotion on Reddit. And some of that is due to, you know, the community itself making those sorts of... making that sort of position as being a community director harder, because I can remember there was a lot of stuff about, like, even personal stuff that got directed towards specs that was just totally uncalled for. Oh, that's cool. There's terracotta armory soldiers there. That's super cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, patch notes when. Right? That was a great era of Path of Exile, of when Bex was a part of the community management side of things and did a great job hyping everybody up. And I'm sure there's other people behind the scenes, not just Bex, right, that did that. But I think that was one moment where communication kind of changed, and that ended up... We've seen it now years later. We can look back with hindsight and say, yeah, there's definitely been a change in how the community receives info and in how GGG dispenses info. Like, there was a time where it was 2 weeks until League launches that, like, we would have basically a tight 2-week window of gems, patch notes, previews, supporter packs, like all sorts of stuff. And it'd be a drip over the course of 2 weeks. And no longer. You know, here we are a week away from POE 2's next release. And that got, what, a week's worth of hype? So, it's just different. It's just different, and it's okay. It's okay that things are different. You can be sad about things being different, while also saying it's okay that things are different. There's a sapphire ring. You can both acknowledge and be sad about something. It's okay to do both. Dude, Dire Teeth, what is your deal? I even have an NPC helping me out here. Is the NPC actually helping me, or is she healing him? Kind of feels like a little bit of both. Terracotta Warriors are the cheapest Spectre in the game, so you can have an army of Terracotta Soldiers. Oh, that's cool. Wait, what do you mean by cheapest? What do you mean by cheapest? Like, are all Spectres now, like, socketable, summonable, like, tradable, itemizable? What do you mean they're the cheapest? Like, they're the earliest that you can access? Another Exalted Orb. There we go. I feel like Exalted Orbs are almost like, well, I don't know. They're just plentiful. They're almost like alterations without in PoE 1 with how frequently they drop. I feel like we've gotten like 1 or 2, probably 2 or 3 actually per act. I think we've had 4 or 5 drop. Open the third gate. Oh, cheapest spirit cost. Okay, good clarification. Excellent clarification. Yeah, I think the damage does only happen once I'm on the other side of the flame wall. I think that instance showed it really clearly. It wasn't showing it so clearly for the boss encounters. It almost looked like it was dealing the damage from the flame wall, whether or not the arc actually traveled through the flame wall or not. As long as one piece of the arc had traveled through it, it seemed like the damage was staying there, but... Maybe every projectile chain re-rolls the number? I wouldn't think you'd do it that way. I would think it would just be a number that gets rolled once you start casting. What do I know? I love these choke points, though. There is something much more tactical. I almost said tactile. But there is something much more tactical about the way how you play in PoE 2. Like trying to find choke points and force enemies into those choke points. Man, Arc does good damage for clear. It does alright for clear here. Alright, I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. We're towards the third gate. Press on with Osla. If you didn't run a clear skill for this, I wonder what that would feel like. These roly-poly... Oh, boulder ants. That's kind of cool. Like, if you were just using a single target skill to try and clear all this, that would feel really, really bad, I think. Alright, Jamanara, the Risen King. Oh, he's already got me down to half. Okay, that's good. I do no damage, apparently, to him. That's great. Well, this is a small enough zone. Should I just be using Spark? Maybe? I feel like I'm not doing much damage. Well, I'm not putting up my flame wall either. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so he does a slam and he does a spear. Do I want to stay in the middle of that while he's doing his slam? Okay, he's gonna bring out a tornado. Oof. Ouch. Oof. Okay, so he swings twice. Yeah, he seems to swing twice 3 times. 1, 2, a third. Nope. Ooh. Okay, stand in the middle. Yep, it is stand in the middle. It's like a meteor slam. So I think the lore at this point is that this guy is like the pretender king who's taken over the Queen City, who we're helping. I think that's the lore. Is the top right number the number of the amount of damage that you've done recently? Is that what it is? Is that what that top right number is? Oh dear. Okay, into the middle. Oh, I'm out of flasks. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. He's only 50%. I'm out of flask. I've been slamming too much. Okay, so I need to put on Firebolt onto the bar. Set skill to bind. We're gonna put it onto this. Okay, is he gonna slam? Oh boy, am I dead? I think I'm dead here. I'm dead here. I think I'm dead here. Yeah. Where's my charges? Oh, I switched my flask, didn't I? I switched my flask. So now I no longer have the flask that gains charges every couple of seconds. Yeah, down I go. So I got him to about, what, 45%? I need to smash less flasks and move out of his way. Alright, so let's go to these passives. Let's see, what else could we do? If we've chilled... If you've ignited an enemy recently... Where else do I want to be heading? I think I would still want to head up towards all this lightning stuff, because all this up here is lightning. Yeah, all this lightning stuff. Cast speed? Oh, what about cast speed? That's a good call. What about searching for cast speed? Whoop, cast speed. Cast speed, okay. Let's look around. There's some cast speed right over here. Increased maximum energy shield, and then 3, 6. That's not that much. That's 12% cast speed. That's like nothing. Doesn't feel good. He runs away at about 30%. Oh, okay. The flame wall itself looks to do more damage than Arik if he's standing in it. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe it does. That would actually... That would be pretty cool. Okay, what's over here? This looks like cast speed stuff. Cast speed... 8% increased cast speed. That's... It's not great. This is not great amounts of cast speed here. Increased chance to shock. Increased attack and cast speed with lightning skills. Critical chance against shocked enemies and magnitude of shock you inflict with critical strikes. But that's really tough to get there. It's like, it's a tough path to get over there. What about up here? Up here is still towards lightning stuff. Cast speed with cold spells. Let's just go up here. Let's go up here. Let's go more strength. Apply. Okay, and then oh, do you see that? Do you see this right here? I just noticed this. Do you see above my slightly balding forehead that there's like tentacles? It's like the corruption. It's the corruption seed. I just now noticed that. Okay, is there anything else that I could do here? Is there anything else that I could do here? I could upgrade. What can I upgrade? Anything else that we could upgrade? We could upgrade Spark, but I'm not using it. Upgrade Unearth, but I'm not using it. Okay, I think let's just go in. Let's just go in, and now that we know the fight, let's see how it goes. Okay, we take instant damage from the first hit. That's really good. It's really good. It's really good. We're soaking up all of his hits right here. This is really good so far. So far, we're doing this just the way we just like we planned. Is Flame Wall actually doing the damage? I think you're right. I totally think you're right. It's the Flame Wall that's doing the damage. Okay, stand here while he's doing this, because that gives us damage. Whoops. Dodge, dodge, dodge. I like that he attacks her, that he doesn't always just attack me. I like that. That's a nice feature. Dodge. 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 Okay, right in the middle. Okay. Dodge. 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 Oh, that was the 3. Sometimes he does 3, sometimes he does 2. 2? 3? Okay, stand in the middle. And cast again. Dodge. Cast again. Dodge. 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 One more? Nope. Dodge. 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 Oops. Dodge right into it. Dodge. 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 Whew. Okay, that time he did 4. He's kind of cheating on that one. One. One, 2, 3. Now he's gonna blade. Again. 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 Oh my goodness. 1, 2. Okay, he's gonna hit her. Okay, go into the middle. One, 2, 3. Again. Again. He does those 2 in like quick succession. Whoops. Oh, into the middle. Again. Oof. That's the last of my health bots. Okay, watch the slice. Slice, slice. Slice, slice, slice. Oh, that one hurt. Okay. Okay, do I finally get some minions to kill for some flasks? Okay. Is he back? Oh no, he flies away. Okay. Whew. Make haste, he must not escape. Okay, alright, so we beat that part of him. Imagine if you had permanent minions, you could just dodge the whole fight. Oh, man. Imagine. If you're having damage problems, just try supporting your weapon's basic attack. Manaless, undownscaled, supportable damage. Okay. That makes sense. This is no natural sandstorm. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, do I just... Do we portal? Do we portal or do we run? I guess we portal. We portal back. Alright, now having portaled, let's go to Zarka. Zarka's huge horns. Yes, he can. It's born of the corruption. That's why the corruption tentacles were on the side of his castle there. Alright, we got a gem level 7 gem. Let's go. Alright, disenchant. And that's all we're disenchanting. And then we're going to sell the rest of this. Sell. 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 Sell, sell, sell. There we go. Oh, and we got a ring. That's not great, but we're going to keep it because rings are rare. It seems to be. Alright, we're going to stash that. And then we're going to come back up here. We're going to stash all the rest of this stuff. We're going to level up, I think. We're going to level up our arc gem. What can I upgrade? Yeah, arc. Let's do that. There we go. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today, I think. Whew. We streamed for just under 4 hours, so in about 3.5 hours, we made it about halfway through Act 2, which is pretty fun. Termite, I know I can have permanent minions from Act 1, but they were just terrible. They were just really terrible. I was putting like all my passive points in the tree into them and my items and leveling up the gems and everything. They were just terrible. So, anyway, maybe I'll swap back over to them. But I feel like the damage feels a lot better than the minions. But I haven't tried minions in like several hours worth of gameplay by this point, so maybe I should try minions again. Anyway, that's where I'm going to call it for now. I'm going to give a quick summary of thoughts through 2 play sessions. I'm going to echo Path of Exile 2 is different from Path of Exile 1. The art is exceptional. The gameplay feels much more combo heavy. Crafting is definitely different. And I need to now break my rule of like not looking at like builds and stuff. I think probably between now and the next play session, I will look at like builds and I'll gather some offline info or off-stream info about Path of Exile 2 and builds and meta and all that sorts of stuff. It's been fun to go in as a new player. I've given it 2 playthroughs here, 2 sessions to see what it's like. And now I've got my thirst has been piqued. And so now I would like to know more about how the meta actually goes, what different players are seeing as powerful and what different players are seeing not as powerful. I think that it's a different enough game to Path of Exile 1. I can see why GGG was trying to say we'll offer leagues for POE 1 and then we'll offer leagues for POE 2. That makes sense to me of why they were trying to do that. I don't know how successful it's going to be, and I've actually got stats pulled up here. My discussion for this week, on Around Rayclast is going to feature heavily, I'm just warning you, I'm going to feature heavily discussions around popularity. Okay, I've got the numbers pulled up all here. You can see them on the screen. Like, here's MMO populations, which tracks all sorts of different things. If you're wondering what are some of the things that it tracks players today, it tracks the 30-day number, it tracks where is it? It tracks, where's the other one? A couple of key metrics on each week, what the number of concurrent players are. It tracks mentions, and it tracks all of like the historic stuff. Okay, MMO population is really, really helpful. And like, you just compare that with POE 2, and you just look at the numbers and you're like, all right, granted, this is the end of the Path of Exile 2 League, but today, 211,000 players playing Path of Exile 2, 430,000 playing Path of Exile. That's not to say that one is better than the other. I'm on record as saying you can't just look at numbers and say whichever one has more players is better. And you can't just look and say, well, just based off of these publicly available numbers, that should dictate what the company should do. The company's got access to more data than we do as players. But that being said, this is what I'm going to talk about for the upcoming Around Rayclast discussion here for next week's 30-minute long-form podcast. I'm going to talk a lot about numbers, a lot about Steam charts, a lot about Path of Exile 1 versus Path of Exile 2. I've got the POE Ninjas pulled up here with like 100,000 characters in Rise of the Abyss and over 100,000 characters made in Keepers. Like, you want to say which one's more popular, you want to say which one should be garnering attention. All of those things are good discussions to have, but there's a lot of discussions to be had and a lot of different valid viewpoints to take into consideration here. I'm having fun playing Path of Exile 2 with all of you as a community. I'm having fun playing it as a new player and experiencing the game. I can't play the game in 2 sessions and say, hey, this is going to be a game that I'm going to play and cover for 10 years. I wouldn't have been able to say that through 2 sessions of Path of Exile 1. I think it probably took like a year to 2 years of playing Path of Exile 1 where I really was like, all right, this is my game. Like, this is the game I want to play. So maybe it'll be the same thing for Path of Exile 2, and maybe having bouncing leagues, interchangeable leagues every couple of months will be a successful way that Grinding Gear Games as a company can continue to do the things that they want to do. My concern from playing Path of Exile 2, I'll echo what I said with Around Rayclast last week. I'm concerned that 4.0 stuff is never going to come to 1.0, to POE 1. I'm concerned about that. And Path of Exile 1 is still a good game, and there's a lot of things that could be done to continue to improve it. And the reason why I'm going to bring up numbers this week in Around Rayclast is to say there's still a lot of other people who really like Path of Exile 1, even though Path of Exile 2 is available. So, that being said, there's a lot more nuance to add to that discussion, and I'm going to do that in our 30-minute video of Around Rayclast, which will come out on Monday. So, thanks so much for joining me today, everybody. It has been a blast playing. I've had fun hanging out with you. Hopefully you all have had fun hanging out with me. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked and subscribed this particular stream. Thank you so much to Sing, who's just subscribed as well to the channel. If you liked the content today, if you liked the stream, you can, of course, like, subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified about future live streams and video discussions just like what we have. What you saw here today is what we do. We play games, specifically Path of Exile. We chat about them. We talk about the impact in terms of gaming community and what players are talking about. We talk about in-game economy and meta. And then we talk about things generally from new player perspectives, where we try and take a look at how games can improve in introducing new players, and if players are new, how we as a community can help bring those new players along to a more veteran status. So thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and in between now and the next time I see you, I hope a Mirror of Calandra, either in Path of Exile 2 or Path of Exile 1, drops for you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.